Morning. Or
Morning.
Morning.
afternoon or time travel. Speaking of time traveler, um, I was remiss that didn't follow up with him last week. So we'll see what's going on. I've not even seen him online. Hold on.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
Can hear you.
Yep, you're good.
All right. So, Garuda, should I record locally, you think, as like just to get sound in case there's any sound issues again, or was it just a fluke?
I think it was just a fluke. OBS
Okay,
change settings. That's why I just did the test. Make sure I get here.
cool.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at everything right now.
No, that's a pain. I used to stream our West Marches games, and we had just like the best session ever. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that was recorded, and I hadn't like recorded any of the sound. So
Yeah. I don't know
yeah.
if like have I guess the audio input didn't like change itself, so
Mm.
should be
Yeah,
good now.
it's a pain.
Uh,
All right, let's see. I messaged Vesh's player. Don't know where he's at.
He's the only
So
one that doesn't have to wake up in time.
I know, right? He said he had like a family thing come up last week, and then I didn't hear from him all week. So I don't know what's going on. But we go back far enough that if he didn't want to play, he would just tell me he didn't want to play. He wouldn't go the family emergency route. So hopefully everything is okay. All right. Anywho, I guess we'll go ahead and get started because it is time. Whew. Does anybody for a point of DM inspiration want to sum up as their character what transpired last week? Because I've totally forgotten it. I don't even know what happened. It was so beneath my notice that I didn't notice at all anything that happened last week. So yeah, and that's the only salt you're getting from me today. So
You're saying we were boring. We bored you.
yes, you bored me with your efficiency. Um, okay, so going once, going twice.
I'll do it, but I wasn't there for the first half of the session, or my character wasn't.
But you're a divination wizard, so you can
Yeah,
make it.
yeah. Just BS like your knowledge of the first half.
Beauty.
Okay.
All right. Well, last week, the in the midst of the night, there was a hectic discussion on how to cover everyone's tracks after the brutal murder or accidental slaying of of the wizard from the fair. Somehow it was decided that the two members of the party, the two lovely ladies, would stroll down the path um, into the guards, posing as if performing as though they had been attacked by some ruffian on the road. Um, Lucky for them, the guards didn't search them or find the ruffian's spell book on their possession, which they opted to keep rather than pass off to one of the other party members who snuck off through the bushes. As such, the ladies were brought into the town for questioning, where they were given quite the interrogation by the guardsman. Captain something or other. I did not take his name down because I was not there.
Mhm.
But he was hard on them. But thankfully, Jenna was very convincing with the tears. I think she was channeling how she'd feel if they took the spellbook away from her. And then a patron that they had previously worked for or have agreed to work for showed up, bailed them out. It was when they reconvened at Crab Schenker's bar, the Empty Net, I think it's called.
Yep.
The Empty Net. It's when they reconvened there that their fortunes truly changed for the better, as Crab introduced them to Alvis, the the ruffian looking for work, wanting to take jobs for money, see where fortune takes them. And indeed, fortune took them to the North Road, where they fulfilled a bounty by obliterating with ease, total ease, 3 gnoll bandits that were attacking travelers with the aid of hyenas are in packs, right? A pack of hyenas, yes. A pack of hyenas. Due in part to Jenna just mesmerizing one of them, and Afra and Vesh just murderizing the druid like 3 times thanks to their wild shape. But we came out of it okay, and I believe we're now at the point where, I think that was Afra again who negotiated another job just by talking to passersby. We encountered a pair that would like us to clear their neighbor's land of Onkid so that they can move in, and they purchased it at cutthroat prices because of the Onkids, who are going crazy and apparently attempting to murderize anyone who comes near. So, needless to say, we're in.
All right. Yeah. I don't think you missed a thing. Go ahead and take DM inspiration, and let's jump back in where we left off. That sounds good.
Excellent job, man.
All right. I've heard some some good ones, and I've heard some bad ones. This is definitely one of the better ones. So,
Huzzah!
yeah. All righty. Let me bring you back to the map. I guess Vesh will be NPC'd again today. It's a rough time to be NPC'd, but we'll see what happens. I'll put you guys back on the King's Road. And yeah, we'll just kind of take it from there. You have taken one of the gnolls alive in so much as he is still mesmerized by you. I don't know what your next goal is.
Well, Jenna would ask the party, maintaining eye contact with the gnoll. Do we see any sense in keeping him alive and asking him questions? It is just a gnoll.
Well, I think you might be worth something to the guard.
I mean,
They could question him.
the bounty just called for their heads. And we don't have any that escaped where he might need questioning for like a lair or anything.
Well, why don't we tie it up and question it ourselves, and then we can decide if we want to keep him alive.
Oh,
It's
yes.
fine, you know,
Where do they keep their loot?
I'll break my gaze. And
I tie him
open
up
it
first.
up.
I tie him up first.
Okay, so you're gonna tie him up, and then you're gonna break your gaze.
I'm gonna grab the arrows off his back.
Okay.
Take all the weapons away. Take all his gear off him.
Specifically, how many does he
Bind
have?
his feet and his hands. Tie the rope around his neck so it's all tied together like it's hog-tied.
Okay. All right. You got them all tied up, and
Blind-
then you break your gaze,
Blindfold them. And we blindfold them.
and you blindfold them. Okay.
And
It's
we
a little-
gag him.
a
And
little-
butt plug him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like you got this the full on like hentai rope work going, but you go ahead and you gag him. No, sorry, you blindfold him as well. Not an easy task given his weird anatomy, because they do have sort of an interesting neck situation going on. You know, like their body kind of goes like this, and the head comes out the front. So I don't know exactly how you're gonna blindfold him, but you figure it out somehow.
Around the snout. Around
There
the
you go. Yeah, you go. You do like one of these numbers.
You pack mud over his eyes first, and then you,
Oh my god.
and then you blindfold him. Yeah.
Okay, this is a pretty involved process. All right. So you have him blindfolded, and of course, blindfolding him would break his contact, and now he is no longer charmed. He's going to strain at the ropes,
And I'm holding.
but yeah, and he's a strong guy, and you could tell that if you hadn't taken the extra precautions of like triple tying, hog tying to the neck, basically everything that your curator girlfriend taught you back in college, you would not have been able to keep him bound up. So he just about breaks free when he starts sort of choking himself out and realizes that you got him. All right. He just sort of I don't know. He just sort of lets out like a nervous kind of laugh.
I go over to him and slap his nose and tell him stop it.
All right. Okay. Gnolls respond well to violence, so he does stop.
Ask him where the loot is.
Now, scoundrel, where is your base of operation?
All right. What language do you ask this in?
Common.
Okay. He does not have an answer.
Oh, you're keeping it secret, eh? Hit him again. Answer the
All
question.
right. Yeah, he as you ask him again, he kind of turns his head and like you see his ears kind of moving, like he's hearing what you're saying, but he has absolutely no response for you.
Oh, playing hard, are you? I see. Then
Okay.
I look over at Jenna. Then at Vesh. Then at Lowell. Then at Wally.
Crash. Do I know what type of language gnolls speak?
I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Gnolls speak Gnoll.
Everyone knows the language. Completely serious.
Alvis, do you have a spell to comprehend what he's saying? I do not.
I have no such. Oh, well, I can understand what he's saying. I don't know that I wouldn't be able to have him understand what we say. But give me some time, and I can at least see what he's yammering about.
He's
And I'll
probably just struggling and cursing. I mean, he's not gonna give anything unless we ask the right questions, which we
Well,
can't even ask. So just cut off his fucking head already.
hold on.
Alvis will
Hold
just
on.
start taking like he's gonna start preparing a
Okay.
ritual while they do their thing.
So a lot of times people just say I'm taking a ritual, and that's cool and all, but to establish flavor, what is it like when Alvis is performing a ritual?
So he takes out from his pack. He takes his bedroll, and just like like as if it's a as if he was like a psychic in a shop kind of thing. Like he drapes it over the ground as if it was a table,
Mm-hmm.
and sits down cross-legged on one side, and then out of his pack he starts pulling out things like, he's got it's not really a crystal ball. It's like, the cheap little thing you pick up for a kid. But he's like got all this accoutrement that looks all, arcane,
Mm-hmm.
and sets it all up there. And he it's ironic, like he puts the candles down, but he does not light them.
Okay.
And then he just starts like, looks almost as though he's meditating as he reaches into his into his bag, pulls out a looks like basically the components of the spell, and he's just like rubbing them. It's a pinch of sweet and salt, and it's like he's rubbing them between his hands as he's muttering arcane words kind of just beneath his breath.
Mhm.
So that's
Okay.
what he's going to get up to for the next little bit.
All right. So you spend 10 minutes doing that. What are the rest of you doing?
Once Alvis's ritual is finished, Locke will then try to communicate with this creature.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it spends 10 minutes occasionally
Okay.
tugging at the bonds, but you gave
Okay.
such a thorough and let's just leave it at thorough description of your rope work that it's going to be very difficult without assistance for him to break free. He's a strong guy, to be sure, but here's the thing. If everyone had a 5% chance every 6 seconds of breaking free of being tied up, like no one would ever get tied up. They would just have to, knock everyone out all the time or kill them all the time. So we're just going to say that you did a good enough job tying him up. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here checking for nat 20s or something crazy like that. Yeah.
Jenna would be trying to organize fish, getting the other gnoll bodies together during the ritual, and
Yeah.
getting them ready for decapitation.
Vesh, who kind of fancies himself a good guy, does seem to take great amounts of personal satisfaction in cleanly beheading the other two gnolls.
Alvis, are you done? Come on over here for a minute.
All right. Yeah. So after my ritual is complete,
You want to skin the gnolls, Afra, or do you want to skin the hyenas?
Both.
Okay, hyenas. All right. First, you would get me a knowledge nature check, and then it would be a survival check. To see the quality. Oh, very nice. Yeah.
She's a bitch.
All right, so go ahead and do this. Survive. Yeah, you'll have advantage on the survival check. There you go. Yeah, so it is going to take probably 10 minutes per hyena to go around and kind of cleanly get all of the hyena hides off of them. But I will pile them all up next to you.
Well done.
I'm gonna loot the other nose just in case they had anything.
Yeah, totally. Give me just a sec on that one. So that's 3 hyenas, it looks like. 4 hyenas. Okay, so that's gonna be 40 minutes of work. All right. As far as the hyenas themselves, let's see. Or not the hyenas, sorry, the gnolls themselves. All right. So one of them has a collection of dried weasels.
Because that's the thing, of course.
Yeah. There are 9 of them.
Yeah. I imagine as a bird, those would be very, very enticing.
You realize that even though the fur is still on them, somehow they have removed the bones from these dried weasels. If you didn't know any better, you would say that this is some sort of a snack, some sort of a beef jerky situation.
I'd try one.
Yeah. I would say as a bird, which is just a mutated dinosaur. Yeah, it's amazing.
Then I keep the rest of them then. I act like no one
All right.
these.
One of them has a crystal that refracts the light strangely and has an odd dark deposit at its center. That's oddly specific and a little weird.
I like crystals.
Let's see. One of them has a white metal ring, but she could not fit it on any of her dog/cat/furry-like fingers. So she was wearing it on a silver chain. In addition to this, they do have a assortment of
Spell scrolls?
no. They just have an assortment of meats, cheeses, rotted meats, and odds and ends. I will give you their actual equipment. I know low-level characters go full Skyrim when they're looting versus high-level characters that are just like, more plate mail.
Wait,
So
is this find ancient dwarven plate mail? Let's
Uh,
get the fuck here.
right,
definitely-
exactly.
I need the arrows, so you can tell me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
With my comprehend languages, I may be able to also determine what the name in Orin is, like what it would be spoken out loud, in case
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to ask
true.
people about it.
So let's see. Side quiver, longbow. You probably won't find any buyers for the armor since it is made by and for gnolls, but I will list it anyways.
Gosh, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Or no.
What are
I
Jenna's
do.
rituals like? Now that we know what fake gypsy is like, what are yours like?
Jenna's rituals are very much like incense burning, fluid
Perfume.
body fluid body movements, you know, getting in touch with the weave. Like maybe some like perfume smelling type shit going on.
Bit
Oh,
of
like we're
Very
going on a
like
festival.
very enchanting kind of mesmerizing performance.
So I scam passersby and you just get high.
Yeah. Check out a festival. It's just.
If anyone's got acid, she'll take it. Like
You know my friend Molly?
It's so weird having to type up the full inventory of these low level monsters. I got a couple of groups that are low level right now, and it's like, yeah. All right. So 30 arrows, side quiver, longbow, hide armor for Knoll, leather armor for Knoll, 6 daggers, herbalist kit, antitoxin, sickle, scimitar, javelin ×3, 3 packs, which are kind of like, backpacks, but not nearly as civilized. They're sort of like a one strap loot sack situation. And then they each had 2 belt pouches apiece, which were just stuffed with, like I said, assortments of meats, cheeses, rotted meats, odds and ends, that sort of thing. They don't seem to have much, like, any personal wealth other than the stuff that I listed. But they have been performing bandit-like duties, so that's a little confusing.
so they may have a treasure trove somewhere.
You guys
I
want
remember hearing that they were robbing several people.
Elvis, you got a minute? Come over here.
Yeah.
Jenna,
So-
watch.
Elvis is gonna come on over. Now, as he comes up to the knoll, I'm gonna flash basically with firebolt and on my right hand, and then like frostbite on my left hand,
Okay.
and just like when you call the energy, fist glows kind of deal, but like just let the spell dissipate without actually casting it, and then just point at the knoll, point at his dead ones, and then just in common I'll say, "Where's your lair?"
As Locke sees Elvis coming up, he pulls his blindfold off first, so that the gnoll can see it.
That is some very good talk. Very good. Like that.
So I'm gonna assume that you do all this, then Locke looks at you, and then looks at the gnoll and looks at you, and takes the blindfold off and kind of motions for you, and you have to do it twice.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Like
And
with a little roll of my eyes, like as he's taking the blindfold off, like, oh god damn it.
The creature looks at you with barely humanoid intelligence. Mud, like, still in some of its eyes. Its eyes are kind of red from having mud packs stuffed into its eyes. Yeah, it is. It looks hungry. It looks savage. It looks like it would like some of you to get close so that it could bite your face. It's just not. Yeah, like there's not a lot going on there. There is intelligence, but it's more of a cunning than like like an intelligence. And for any gnoll lovers out there, this is one of the only monstrous races that did not get added to 5th edition as a playable. Because the way they reskinned gnolls for 5th edition, they are so evil that they really didn't want anybody playing them. That's how evil gnolls are. And like their community has gotten into demonology over the last 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons to the point that they are a crazy evil. Long gone are the days of like the noble nomadic plains gnolls and all that kind of stuff. There might still be a couple of groups like that across Faerun, but for the most part, gnolls are bad news bears.
So, seeing that this creature is not doing anything, Locke gets in front of it and slaps it, and then points at it in the face, like pointing at his eyes, and then does the walkie thing with his fingers,
Walkie.
and then points back to us, and then pulls out.
Or just lost you. Pulls out.
Oh.
I hope it's not what
sorry.
I think it is.
No, pulls out some gold and points to the gold. So it's you.
Okay.
Us to gold.
So you point to him, say you, and then you make the fingers move.
Yep.
And then walk, and then you point to yourself and say us, and then you show him the gold.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
all right, give me a performance check, because this is charades.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
That's hey man.
Come on.
That's life.
Gosh.
You can't be good at everything unless you're a bard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
even your teammates. This is like when you go to like game night at a friend's house. And
fat fingers.
And you're the best. You're the best at this team-based game, and you can't understand why these idiots don't understand your Pictionary picture.
I'm wondering what spell he was just trying to cast. I'm not picking it up. It's making no sense to me.
Yeah,
you're the best.
The gnoll looks at you intently, like any doggo would look at a person who is like trying to communicate with them. He kind of cocks his head and he just
Fun fact, did you guys know hyenas laugh when they're nervous or scared? Someone smart told me that once.
Jenna kind of looks at Locke like she understands what he's trying to do, but he's just doing such a bad job. And she's like, give him to me. And then Jenna does a more eloquent
it snarls and snaps at Jenna as soon as she comes back into view, and at the same time closes his eyes tightly. So he's just blindly like snapping at the air, hoping to get a hold of you if you get close.
Can you force its eyes open? Someone, it needs to see this.
I'll cast Frostbolt on it, or what is it called? Frostbite.
Okay.
That should open his eyes.
Why don't we just dangle some meat in front of his mouth?
Grab one of their meats that are not the weasels and
Can
dangle it in front
can
of his
any of you track? And they most likely came from their wherever their treasure trove or wherever they're coming from. Perhaps we could track it through the forest.
I
If anyone
can
has those
possibly,
skills.
but what's kind of a skill is that? Is that a survival?
Yes, I typically yes, I think so.
Yeah, survival can be used for is used for tracking.
I can track him.
Check and
can
see if you
also-
can find
All right.
what
Not
direction they
proficient in
came
it,
from.
though.
Perhaps.
Also, with your detect magic, none of the trinkets that you found were in fact magical.
Okay.
Though, as you kind of give everything a second look, you do see that the first go through, you did miss one item. It is not magical either, but boy, is it nice! A wolf hair paintbrush, perfect for calligraphy. Though the binding is coming loose.
Ooh.
These guys have some quality goods.
I'm actually quite skilled in calligraphy. If you guys don't mind me taking this.
So, a 15 is enough, Garuda, to find the trail that these guys took, and also the trail that the fleeing hyena left behind. They seem to be going in roughly the same direction, but the hyena, is a separate trail to follow.
Okay.
But you could certainly attempt to backtrack them.
Okay.
I don't see any reason why we got to keep this guy alive.
Very, very true. He may prove beneficial though. If we take him into the woods, and he may be looking at his home or whatever. But he may also be making a lot of noise.
If
Perhaps we
take
should
him,
just
probably
take his head now.
I like that idea too.
And they just so conveniently had 3 like loot sacks with them, one per head.
One per
I
head.
mean,
True.
that was very courteous of them.
So if you would like, rather than go through the rigorous process of chopping off heads over and over and over again, we could kind of speed this one along a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of just frostbite him to death. Nothing like too gruesome.
Oh, I mean, it's one of those coup de grace situations. Like he's fully tied up. There's no other threats on the battlefield. You've got a big boy with a sword that could just chop his head off if you needed to. So, just executioner style, bringing justice to the North situation.
We're the good guys.
Yes, aren't we?
Well, by the standards of the Sword Coast right now, you're definitely doing Lathander's work, they would say.
Good or evil on one side of the two sides of the same coin.
Maybe we should pile up these bodies by the road so that if the soldiers come through, they can find them.
I thought we weren't giving the heads to the soldiers. I thought we were going to give them to the loyalists.
So we're going to carry the heads around?
Yes.
I mean, that's just going to carry the heads around. I'm not dirtying my feathers.
Vesh, you can be our mount.
I see. I get to carry your corpses around. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you understand, Vesh.
I see. This
We're
is what I
just,
get
suitable
for
man.
not communicating about why I'm not here. I got you. Okay.
A suitable man for the job.
All right. Yeah, he will take the responsibility for the heads.
I feel like Vesh would be proud carrying around the heads. Of
Yeah. The
but
human head weighs about 8 pounds, if I recall. So I would say the gnoll heads being a much larger bit of their anatomy, they're probably up there about 15 pounds. So he's got 45 pounds of gnoll heads that he's carrying around.
That'll be intimidating.
Oh, my bad. Human head weighs 10 to 11 pounds. So the brain itself weighs 3 pounds.
I mean, that brain
Yeah.
can't be that big, right?
No brain probably doesn't.
See,
weigh
the
that
problem
much.
is when the internet first came out, and you know you're learning all this stuff like a young psychopath. You retain like the original data. So, but now I can update how much does a human head weigh to 10 pounds. Hooray!
Man, you were probably wrong for like 20 years.
Oh man, the things that you learn for Dungeons and Dragons. They're great at a cocktail party though, man. Did you know a child's skull has 2 sets of teeth? Yeah. Like, boy howdy. You get invited back over and over again.
How many people they had to kill to figure that out?
Yeah, what was the story on that one that you needed to know the child's teeth?
I've shown you guys the
You know
child's
what?
skull
We
with the
don't- we
2
don't need
sets
to
of
go
teeth.
back- We
Yeah,
don't
you
need to
do.
go back to Child's Skull. I didn't
Yeah.
like looking at that picture.
Oh,
one
you
bit.
shouldn't. Yeah, that's a good test that, you know, maybe there's some decency deep and down inside you. So, I mean, you are playing Horde on vanilla, so I know that you're a good person. So there's that at least. Yeah. Okay. You guys tell me. You have the heads. The gnolls are dead. You have their loot, such as it were. You do have an opportunity here to backtrack them. But it is getting on in the day, if I recall, because you did spend the afternoon kind of walking the road to find these guys. Yeah, I didn't update your calendar last week, but you woke up late, if I recall. Well, I guess early for you guys, around 10 or 11. You took care of a last bit of stuff in the town. You headed out. You ran into those people right outside the gate, so right around noonish. You ran into those people. Then you spent about 3 hours walking the road. So after the battle, the interrogation, skinning of hyenas, chopping of heads, I'm going to put it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is early spring, so it is still very cold. The sun is going to set around, let's just say 6:30. So you've got 2.5 hours of sunlight left.
So Garuda and Locke will work together to track back to this gnoll hideout.
Okay. So that will involve going deeper into the swampy woodlands.
Okay.
All right. Just as a heads up.
And we'll be stealthily. We'll do this stealthily, right?
Oh, sure. Everyone's going to roll stealth checks? We're going to do a group stealth check?
I would think so. We're trying to be quiet and sneak up on them.
Yeah. Okay.
If I recall correctly, last time we tried anything stealthy, one of our members died. Guy named what was his name? Something like
Let me check. I think the weather was supposed to be clear today and foggy tomorrow, if I recall correctly. So you still got decent weather. Let's see.
Yep, one a little something like that too.
All right. Let's start heading into those woods.
Yep, something like that too. This is how it is.
So Alvis is going to like allow them to get a bit ahead of him since they are stealthily bashing their way through every bush and
Dude, a little something like
tapping every
this.
twig.
Wait, you got
They're
a
like
nat
being-
1 and a nat 20? Holy shit. Yeah,
It's like they're being very
faster.
careful with their steps, but they're just like for fun. They're like, batting at all the leaves overhead and making like noise.
Got you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take you guys back to. Well, we'll just stay on this map for now, I guess. All right. Making your way through the swamp. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. That's exciting. Okay. Yeah, you're making your way along. Everything's cool.
15 passive perception.
Yeah. Let's see. Larionis. Can you change your name in this particular game to your character for less confusion?
Yes, sorry about that.
No problem. Let's see. All right. So yeah, you have their trail, and you are following it through through the swamp, and that's cool and all. But it doesn't take too long for some of the party to realize, yeah, you guys are making quite a ruckus as you are going. All right.
Hey, Alfred, did you give us inspirational leader? Did you give us temporary hit points or no?
She's like listening, so you probably have to look for her in
Oh,
chat.
She forgot about it. Yep. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So as you travel deeper into the swamp, okay.
Remember you doing bad of like a stealth. She's like having a full conversation with her trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. So you follow the trail for a ways. Let's see. Go ahead. I would definitely say Alfred, do you need me to roll for you also, or
No,
oh
she
no.
rolled.
Oh, okay, she rolled. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. You doing that thing where you're politely talking to your guests, but you have your laptop open playing D&D, and you just kind of trying to be in two places at once? Yeah, I've been there. Yup. Yeah, we had somebody on Friday night doing that. He still managed to murder the hell out of everything. Unbelievable. Yeah, they've got like a Furbolg samurai, and it's about as hype as you think it is. It was pretty nuts. Samurai at low level is amazing. They don't scale too well, but they at low level, oh my god.
He chopped a lot of things in half. It was really useful.
It was very like gory anime, like a lot of chop 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 kind of deal. All right, so you guys are making your way through the swamps. Can you? Oh, it's too dark. Let me add some ambient light to this.
The samurai is a fighter type, right? I'm saying. Yes, fighter.
Yeah, samurai is a fighter subclass. It's a really fun one to reskin too, because a lot of times just a straight up samurai in Forgotten Realms doesn't make sense unless they come from Karatur or whatever. So like his is all like a spirit warrior, like a Miyazaki forest spirit warrior kind of thing. So it's kind of cool. All right, yeah, you guys are making your way through the swamps, and as you are, I'm gonna need some perception checks from everybody. Can everybody see the swamp that you were in?
I'm still on the road
What
map.
the fuck? How is that 2 1s?
Let's see.
Let's roll 3 1s in a row. We need to burn these dice.
Yeah, burn those digital dice. Take them back to the store. The closest thing you could do is change the dice's color. You could always try changing your dice color.
There we go.
That's symbolic of changing your dice. So as you guys are moving into the swamp, it gets the wetter it gets, the swampier it gets, obviously, and the oak and birch trees that are closer to the road start to become less and less of a thing. There are some stubborn trees that continue to grow, but it kind of switches out from more of like a willowy tree, or just the the local pine or coniferous type trees that don't give a fuck about anything. They'll just grow wherever they want. Because of the nature of the area, this is not like a warm tropical swamp. Like the water is cold. It soaks into your boots. It makes your feet cold. There is like a thick, slimy algae that sort of grows on everything, and sharp rocks jut out of the landscape everywhere you look. So it is a fen. So it is basically like a highland type moor. So not like you're not looking at like the Florida Everglades here. You're looking at more like the swampy areas of like Scotland and places like that. So it is yeah. But as you are kind of going through, the path does lead through a clearing of sorts, and that's when your Peter tingles, rest in peace, my boy, start kind of raising the hair on the backs of your neck, except for Garuda, who is so intent on the trail that he does not look up for a second. So Jenna, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm just over
Not the
listening
most
to Afro
perceptive.
talk.
All right. So, yeah, and Alvis says he's kind of hanging back from the rest of the group. That's good. And Alvis, you got a pretty good check as well. So let me go ahead and get this thing started for you guys.
Oh, are we going into another fight?
It's over there.
Yeah.
Look over there. Something's moving.
Oh goodness, I don't see anything.
All right. So, yeah, let me move you over to the map. Yeah, let's switch on some combat for you. Despite trying my best to use their new tools, they keeps breaking playlist or whatever. So if that happens, let me know, and I'll just put on music that Roll20 likes for combat. But I am trying so hard to work with their new tool sets, but I don't know. It's whatevs. All right, we're a little inland, so let's play some non-piratey type combat music for a little bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, so anybody that got a yeah, okay. I'll just tell you who. Alvis, you are not surprised. Afra, you're not surprised. Locke, you are not surprised. Garuda, Jenna, and Vesh, you guys are surprised as two trolls walk onto the scene. Trolls are a common threat in this part of the world.
Garuda's not on the map, I don't think.
Oh, Garuda's on the map? All right, hold on.
Like pitch black.
Where's your mini at? Oh, you were way away from everybody else. I thought I had you grouped up. All right, hold on. What are you doing in here, puppy? There's nobody in the bed. All right, hold on. I got a puppy I got to deal with.
Puppy breaks. They are super acceptable. So 2 trolls. Are we going to stand or are we going to run?
All right,
I
puppy
can
situation.
overrun 'em.
Puppy situation handled. All right. Yeah, random encounter tables are very exciting, for sure. So let me reload because my Roll20 decided that loading a map and pasting a miniature and playing music was too much for it. So, God, I feel so good every time I send them $10 for pro membership. All right, cool.
Could be worse. I totally forgot about the subscription for almost 6 months after I last DM'd in Roll20.
Oh, geez.
I was like, well, I guess I'm just super supportive.
Yeah, a buddy of mine does that. He signs up for stuff and forgets about it. but he makes like pretty decent money, so he never notices that he's just paying for these subscriptions that he never uses. Yeah. All right. He's got a girlfriend now. She's taken over the finances. I think it's probably for the best. All right. So trolls. Trolls. And we're going with the official art for trolls, because this is Faerun and they have a very specific look for trolls. Trolls are tall, gangly, hunchbacked, green-skinned, usually, creatures. Their skin and bodies is always sort of oily and warded and pockmarked, tumors growing here and there. They are disgusting to behold. Everyone who lives in the Sword Coast knows about trolls. You know that trolls regenerate, and that they I would assume, right? Fantasyland, if you had to deal with trolls, you would make sure everybody fucking knew about this. They don't like fire. But they are savage. They are savage predators. They will definitely stick around, fight it out, and kick some ass if needed to. They are a bane on the civilized world. So yeah, trolls are nasty, nasty business. That being said, the trolls, kind of hearing the passage of your party, were drawn in. You guys at this point are about an hour away from the road, so you are pretty deep into the swamps. So let me. Did everybody roll initiative already, or that's from the last battle? So let me clear that. Oh, you like putting your credit card into the register before it's time. All right, now everybody should roll some initiative.
I had a higher one.
Oh
though.
my
Just
god.
Holy shit!
Can I have my first one?
Yeah, you're 14. Sure, I saw it. All right.
Dude, that's 4 not once.
In a row.
Okay, but maybe we're getting rid of them now so that you've gotten those out of the way for the ensuing battle.
Crash has to turn that global setting off for you.
Right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3,
So
4.
that cannon arm you got.
I think we're still waiting for Jenna.
I'm
Jenna,
sorry.
are you refusing to roll? Is this a protest?
Uh,
And also pull out a familiar and roll him into initiative as well. Remember, guys with familiars and ladies with familiars that you have to.
That's right. Pop out my hawk. And oh, she should be near me.
Okay. With that, I guess the battle commences.
oh, wait, do I get a perception check for Wally to see if he was surprised?
Yeah, definitely roll for the birds. They are their own entities. As limited as those entities are, they are still very, very much their own entities and useful. Apparently, no. They were also kind of watching, basically watching Garuda, who would probably be at the head of the pack because he's the one tracking, and Locke was, hot behind him. Alvis is back here in the back. I'm assuming Arabeth is up high again.
Yeah.
What is her elevation?
She'd be while traveling. She'd be no more than about 80 feet.
Okay.
So that they can
All right.
continue to communicate.
Now, yeah, okay. I will point out that if everybody down on the ground is stealthing, but there's a bird flying above at a slower speed, because she would have to fly slow to keep pace with the party. More intelligent people might look up and say, "What's with that hawk? That's kind of weird." So just kind of keep in mind with flying that sometimes flying can draw more attention to you than you mean.
That's a good point.
Yeah. You guys have two nerds in the party, so thought I'd share that information. All right. Troll number 21, Jesus Christ, is going to go. and she's hungies. She's a hungry baby, and anybody that is this loud in the swamp is obviously not to victim shame, but asking for it. So she's going to give it to you. She has a speed of a 30, so she will move forward, and then she will a dash. And despite her lanky, dangly arms, she does not have enough reach to snatch one of you guys. Makes me
thank
very
God.
sad. Yeah, I know. They nerfed trolls hard in 5th edition, which I feel like the trolls should follow the fireball rule, but whatever. So this other one dashes up as well. Wally is surprised. Locke is... I can't remember if you're surprised or not. Not surprised. What are you going to do, Locke?
Locke's gonna move 15 feet and attack with a mace.
Okay.
Does 15 hit?
15 hits.
4 points of bludgeoning.
All right. She takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I'm gonna use my remaining movement.
Okay.
To move away.
Ooh, all right. That will provoke an opportunity attack.
I have mobile.
Oh, right. Mobile feet. Mobile feet.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. As you run up and give her a gentle pop in the arm with your mace, she looks at you, kind of turning her head left and right, and she just starts like salivating because you are the biggest turtle she has ever seen. Yeah, she is. You can see in her eyes her figuring out exactly how best to crack you open and eat you up.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jenna surprised, Afra surprised, Vesh surprised, Arabeth.
I was not surprised.
Oh, you were not surprised. Oh, okay. My bad. What are you gonna do, Afra?
First I'm gonna move back like over here, and I'm
Okay.
gonna do my Inquisitive Rogue bonus action wisdom check against their deception check.
Okay,
The
which one? The lady or the maybe not a lady?
one on the left. So
All right.
I guess.
Okay.
But
They have to. So you got an 8 insight, and what is the DC that you needed for this?
It's against their deception.
No, it's a against his deception. The troll's deception.
Oh, the troll's deception. Okay, well, she's very honest, so I don't think this is going to work for her. But let's see. Oh, all right. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at her, but I don't get sneak attack damage.
Okay. Yeah, 18 hits, 8 points of damage.
That's it.
Okay.
Bless you.
Vesh is surprised. Arabeth is surprised. Garuda is the most surprised.
Did Jenna get a turn?
I thought Jenna was surprised.
She was surprised.
Oh, okay.
Alvis, you're up.
Okay, I am going to firebolt this one, being the only fire I have.
Yeah, 24. It's definitely a hit.
And then
8 points of damage. You see as you deal this 8 points of damage to her that the oil that sort of coats its warty flesh kind of catches and burns like hotter and brighter than normal. You could see that the arrow that was stuck into her side by Afra was starting to work its way out as sort of the natural regeneration was pushing the arrow out. But as the fire damage rolls over the creature, that regeneration halts.
Excellent.
So I got a question. For inspiring leader, does that affect Wally?
I think it's a certain number of targets that she can affect. So if she includes that in the list, then yeah.
Up to 5. Okay, never mind then. Wally's not that important. Sorry, Wally.
But yeah, you can give familiars temp HP. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. There's 2 trolls. I'm backing the heck up.
Okay.
Getting the heck out of there.
Yeah.
We backed up back.
Okay.
So I realized that I have to fix it because it still said 120 feet. I have spell sniper. I can launch firebolts from 240 feet away.
Okay.
So I feel like Alvis, knowing that he can long bomb fire, he's not going to stay close if he can avoid it.
Okay. Now, let me refresh here real quick. For this game, I went and like cleaned up all my notes this week, which was a lot of fun. Let's see.
No flanking, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm double checking on this. I have for this game session-based XP, round down your numbers, no meat grinder, raw for death, crit cards, no flanking. Is that all correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds
Yeah, okay.
right.
All right. So this here troll, she is going to doesn't like that fire, but Dude Bro's pretty far away, and he'll probably just disengage and run away from her again. But yeah. All right. She says something. Does anybody speak giant?
Isn't that always supposed to comprehend language one?
No.
No.
Well, comprehend language lasts an hour. I don't know. Is this within an hour of when I had cast my spell?
No, this would be like, again, you guys have been traveling for an hour, and you did the comprehend languages kind of early on as you were trying to figure out what the Dude Bro was saying, which, by the way, most of it just amounted to, I don't know what you're saying. and then Locke sort of trying to pantomime, and then the thing being like, I have no fucking clue.
Right.
Yeah.
No, then I'm out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, she says something, and that's that. She's going to wade into some combat here. She is very excited about turtle, but then she sees turkey legs.
Oh,
and
fuck me.
yeah. So turkey legs. She is going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oof.
The first attack is going to be an attempt to grapple you.
Oof.
Yeah, so go ahead. Here you go. It's maybe not as bad as it seems. I don't know. Let's see. So you're trying to beat a 16 with an acrobatics or an athletics check. There you go. All right, she goes to grab you, and you kind of duck out of the way. Frustrated, she's just going to claw at you.
That is.
All right, and then she's going to try and bite you. Oh, shit.
And I am down.
All right, and critical hit.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. A bite is a piercing. So she bites you in the arm. You have disadvantage on strength-based attacks for 1d4 rounds, so that doesn't really affect you too badly. All right. That brings us to... That is her turn. That brings us to the other troll. The other troll is going to move and dash to get next to the fire user.
Wait, hold on.
Is that none of that difficult terrain?
Is
for
that
these
double
trolls?
damage?
I mean,
what do you mean double damage? It's 7 plus the 2 already got rolled.
That's it.
So, yeah, their bite is not very good. It's their claws that are the real threat.
Holy shit, I don't think I'm dead yet.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, if you took 16 plus 9, that would be 25 points of damage. So yeah, you'd have 3 hit points left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. Thanks, Alfred. You saved my life.
Yeah, no, the troll, this is a tree right here. So the troll just kind of walks under the boughs of the tree towards you.
I mean, it was a hopeful,
No, yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
I got a troll bear down on me. I gotta ask.
Yeah. That brings us to Wally.
Wally's just gonna fly over and poop all over this troll, get up in its business, up in its face.
Is this lady troll or boy troll?
It's
Lady troll. Okay. I always wondered why the art for the troll had like a loincloth, because it feels like the last thing a troll would really care about is hiding its body, you know?
Well,
They,
it's
I mean, it would be a very,
D&D
it'd be a
is
very
for all
awkward,
ages.
yeah, it'd be a very awkward token if he wasn't wearing a loincloth. So
they'd have to add in some sort of like entrancement when they charge because, they've got the hypnotic swing of. Anyways.
yeah, totally. All right, so Wally is using the assist action. Locke, you're up.
Locke is going to try to attract attention and cast inflict wounds on the troll.
Okay. Oof. 13. Yeah, a 13 does not hit. As you go to grab a hold of the troll, she just sort of backhands your claw away from her, and you see the energy sort of like sizzle out in the air.
I move right up close with all my action and get like right on her backside. Like just I'm right on her. So
Okay.
She feels me there.
Sure.
That was wordy.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it. You're trying through roleplay to impose some sort of tanking mechanics. I like it. Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna move up to Garuda, and she's gonna pull him back.
Okay,
away
so
from
it
this
is
troll.
that would be essentially an action to grapple
Yep.
Garuda. Okay, so you're
Yep,
gonna use
and
your
she's
action.
and she's gonna pull him out of reach of the troll.
All right, Garuda,
So-
do you allow yourself to be grappled by Jenna?
Yeah. Do I get opportunity to attack if she pulls me?
No, that's it. She's creating a forced movement, so you will not get. There will be no opportunity attack. It's one of the subtleties of 5th edition combat is force moving your allies.
Yep. I will allow this then.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So we're gonna move back.
All right. Remember, you move half speed when you are grappling somebody.
Yeah. So I think right there. So Garuda would be right there.
Okay.
And that is Jenna's turn.
Okay. Afra, you're up.
Short bow.
Short
think I'm
bow
the
to Lady Troll.
I think.
Yeah, okay, that's 9 points of damage. Alrighty. Vesh. Vesh is already right there. He would not be able to reach the other troll this turn anyways and focus fire. So he's going to move up on this troll and pretend that he has
everything, Vesh.
blow everything. Oh, man. Vesh says something like, finally, a real opponent. And he gets ready to blow everything. So here we go. Battle axe. Now, he blew it all right. You got yeah. Okay. So that is a nat. That's a nat 1, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what he got on his fumbles. Breathtaking. Thank you, Keanu. He cannot speak for 1d4 rounds. Well, that's good because he's not here and I don't want to roleplay him. All right. Yeah, he is a bit embarrassed by how bad his attack was, and his mouth immediately closes in shame. All right, Arabeth, 80 feet up. What are you gonna do?
She is going to, I guess she'll also swoop. Well, does she have the movement? What the heck? Sorry, I have her sheet underneath mine.
I believe she's got a 50-foot flight speed.
60.
60. Okay.
Not quite enough to come down and do an action. So she's gonna start like circling her way down.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be about 40 feet up over around this point. By the time next round rolls around, so she'll get into position to help next time.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Alrighty. Garuda, you're up.
Hey,
Shoot it.
so, real quick question. What's the misfire score for ASP?
Oh, it's a 1. If you get a nat 1, it misfires.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Jetta dragging me out. I'm gonna pull out the ASP and use violent shot. So for every grit point I use, I get 1 extra damage die, but the misfire goes up by 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use 3 grit points. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So if I roll a 7, I mean,
7 or lower, you're gonna blow this gun up. All right, got it.
yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's an asp pistol, so it's like named after a snake, basically, because it's small and bitey. There you go. All right. So 16. So you get to add 3 extra damage dice. So roll 3d8 additional damage. There you go. Holy shit. So you blast a hole right in this thing's guts for 22, 26, 27 points of damage. She is bloodied.
All right, good.
As a bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Oh, sneak attack.
Why would you have sneak attack as a fighter?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I thought you were a bloodhound. I'm so sorry.
Just mind your own character.
Dude, bloodhound needs to be
Jeez.
reminded of that
Wow.
every round, dude. I'm sorry. It's such a habit.
Yeah, I'm gonna use second wind to get some health back. So 1d10. That's my fire level.
Take to the skies, Garuda.
So that's
Get
10
safe.
health. Yeah, I'm running the fuck away.
Alright.
30, 40. And I move out right here and just fly
Okay.
up.
What is your elevation at?
Just a little bit higher than Gemma. Not as high as Avion is or the Hawk, but just a little higher.
All right, so you're what, 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Okay. All right, Alvis, you're up.
Okay, so like threw fire at the other troll, saw everyone like massing around it. Then this other one bursts out from behind the tree at me. So I'm doing the whole kind of like hands up in a warning gesture, like fuck. Going this way and then trying to lob another shot in at the other troll because I figure the only way I'm going to survive this is if they come my way.
Freed up to come your way. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a disadvantage because you are in melee combat.
Oh, that is right. Well, that is the price I pay for.
Okay.
I mean, it's fire's really the only thing to do it, right? Oh,
there you go. That is a hit.
Desperation sometimes brings out greatness.
And max damage.
Damn,
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, she staggers back, and her body, which was trying to close the massive bullet wound in her stomach, the regeneration stops, and you see guts begin to sort of squirm out of the bullet wound, the stomach casing not able to hold them in. Ugh. All right.
That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, she is not liking this fire at all, but she is kind of in a pickle right now. So she will stick around, I guess, and fight. Locke, she whirls around on you since Vesh did nothing to her. And she's going to just go all out on you. 3 attacks.
I'm going to cast Warding Light.
Okay.
Use Warding Light and not cast it, but
right. It's a reaction channel divinity. Let's see. When you were attacked by a creature within 30 feet, you impose disadvantage on the attack roll. All right. So is this is against her first attack? All right, first attack coming in with disadvantage. Oh, okay. This could be good. Let's see what happens. Natural attack. You don't get to add your proficiency bonus to your attacks for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. Holy shit. All right, so 3 rounds. I don't think she's going to last 3 rounds, but I will still mark it so I can keep track. All right, that means her attacks all drop by 3. So now she only has a plus. So everything I roll is -3 now.
Okay.
So she attacks again. That's a 22 -3. That's a hit. And then she's gonna try to bite you.
No.
And a
No,
miss.
no.
All right. Down south, undamaged troll. Yeah, he's just gonna attack you. Here we go, Alvis. First attack.
Really, really wish that I had step, but I'm going to
12.
I'm gonna use shield, please.
All right, so that raises your armor class to a 17.
It does.
All right.
I'm just gonna cast it so it takes it off my sheet.
Miss, and it's going to try and bite you. And it bites you for 9. So it slashes, and just as it's about to hit, a shimmering field of force appears, deflecting the claw. Angry, it swings the second one, dong, off the shield, and finally it just pushes through the field of force. You kind of hear like a shattering type sound, and it just starts savaging your shoulder and neck as it starts biting and tearing at the flesh there.
Yep.
All right, Wally, you're up.
Let me look real quick. My speed is 60. Nope. Alright, yeah, Wally's just gonna keep pooping on this troll.
People are gonna wonder what you feed this bird, that he has so much shit inside of his body. Like it's horrible.
I'm about to feed him this fucking pigeon you put next to me. That's what I'm about to do.
Well, I just keep these pigeons around to track meta. It's like a new mechanic I'm playing around with, and once a certain number of pigeons appear, something special will happen. So,
Yikes.
all right, Locke, you're up. No, yeah, Locke, you're up.
Yeah, Locke's gonna move around to the side there, and then hit this thing with a mace.
All right, she tracks your movements. Oof, some bad rolls on everybody's side tonight.
Though, so.
Oh yeah, so a 7.
That one.
Did I save or?
No, you had advantage because of the Operation Poop.
Poop machine.
Yeah. Operation Poop.
All right. Anything else from Locke?
I'm gonna pull back right in front of Jenna.
Okay. And mobile feet, that's fine. Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna just kind of move over here. And she'll cast a magic missile at Lady Troll.
Okay. Okay, for a total of 10 damage. All right. Anything else from Jenna?
I have 15 more movement. Let me look real quick. I'm gonna move one step down, right there.
All right.
And that's her turn.
Afra, you are up.
All right. I am going to move out that way. Just a little bit farther away. Shoot the girl troll.
Okay. Yeah, that is a hit. Well, I won't have you describe how she dies because you're trying to be low key. So yeah, you fire your bow, and it is just a perfect shot. It takes her right in the throat. The arrow wedges in so deep that she kind of claws at it and reaches for it. Vesh and Locke, you see a panic on her face. She begins to gurgle out her last breath, and she falls over dead, ?
One down. Let's get that other one.
All right. Anything else from Afra? Nope. All right. Vesh. Vesh turns and is going to move and dash. Arabeth.
Arabeth is now too far from the other one, so staying at about 40 feet up, and she'll move to here.
Okay. Garuda's up.
Yep, and I'm gonna just try to shoot the. I'm gonna put the ASP back inside my flume, my feathers, flume, and shoot the other one with my longbow.
Okay.
That is a 10.
All right. Yeah, 10 does not do it. You take a shot. The arrow kind of thunks into the mud nearby.
And, I'm gonna fly, but just behind this tree, or in the tree, I should say.
Okay, so maybe about 25 feet up.
Yep, that works out for me.
All right, Alvis, you're up.
Oh gosh. Well, Veshkis came in, eh? I'm going to disengage.
All right.
And I'll head over here. And hopefully this thing leaves me the F alone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what'll happen.
Oh yeah, he's not afraid of fire after his girlfriend died, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, survival mode kicked in. Alvis tried to get away. That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. That brings us to this troll right here. Having not received a new batch of fire from Alvis, she stands back up.
That's
Wait, the
not
troll's
good.
back alive?
You gotta kill him with fire.
Oof.
All right, it's going to be half her speed to stand up. Oh, Alvis, just too far. Oh, okay. Yeah, she will come up to Locke, I guess. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Jenna, I don't suppose you also have firebolt.
No.
Locke, that is 25 for 15.
I'm sorry, I was going to use warding light on as my
Oh,
reaction.
you were? Okay. Then I guess that doesn't hit. That is your second divinity, right? You only get 2?
Yes, I have
It's not a
3
channel
'cause my-
divinity.
Oh, it's just an innate
reduced
feature?
by amount of wisdom he has.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I was going to say it's a sad use of channel divinity if that's all it does.
Like cleric channel divinity is probably the best.
All right. And then she attacks again for 13.
Ow.
And then she will bite you.
Well, the second one puts me down.
She doesn't care. This is with advantage, so 21, and it is automatically a critical hit.
So 1 failed death save or 2?
2.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah. So she gets. It's not going to matter because it won't do enough damage to overkill you, but she does get an extra damage die. And she buries her face into your body and just starts eating you. There is a crunching sound as his shell breaks, and she begins eating the sweet meat below.
And that's my 3rd failed save, right?
No. This is all part of the same critical hit.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So he has 2 failed death saves, and the troll is eating him alive. These trolls do not seem to GAF about getting hurt, fighting, or anything else like that. That is part of what makes trolls very dangerous. All right, troll right here is going to move around Vesh. It does not want to deal with the fire guy, so it is going to move here, but it would have to dash to get to Vesh. All right, let's see. It'll start moving away from Vesh. I think Vesh would try to grab it rather than just try to hit it. He's played enough D&D with us, right? He knows what's going on. So he will try to grab it. It will try to break free. Oh God, yeah! It just it will just shake free of him, and using a dash action, it would actually have a 30 speed. So let's see. Yep, so it's just enough to get up onto the fireman. Wally, your turn.
Wally's got some more poop in him.
Okay. There are other ways to distract opponents than pooping on them. I could get you like a table, that you could roll on or something. You want me to make you a Wally distraction table? We'll make 99 of the 100 entries poop, and then one of them will be something else.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be a little button when you select Wally's miniature. You can hit it.
Let's see. On a 100, it's not poop. He poops on him.
All right. Okay. That brings us to Locke. Oh, geez. Saving throw against death. You have DM Inspiration. This would be the time to use it.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Here it comes.
Could we hand him?
Oh, my God.
Locke's dead. Locke is dead.
Okay. Moving on, I guess.
Yep.
Locke's body spasms. You hear more shell crack as it buries its face deeper inside and tears free bits of turtle meat. Jenna, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna knock that troll back.
All right.
You let another one die, Jenna.
Jenna's gonna move right here, and she's gonna hypnotic gaze.
Oof. Okay. Let's see. One creature. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. So let's see. It's gonna make a wisdom saving throw. 14.
It passes.
Okay.
And Jenna's gonna move away.
That will provoke.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, she'll move away.
Here we go.
Oh!
She's unconscious.
All right.
Crash. How many fucking at 27 you roll?
About as many as the nat ones that you guys have rolled. It's been pretty rough.
TBK.
Oh fuck!
All right, let's see. This is a slash. AC is reduced by 1d8 for 8 rounds. So AC is reduced by 5 for 8 rounds. Oof. Okay. All right. Back to combat. Afra.
So I kind of feel like we need to run away.
I kind of thought that was the plan from the beginning, but might be the time. I don't know. It's up to you. I respect your player agency.
Okay, Jenna's not dead yet. Besh can probably grab Jenna. Can I distract the troll without dying? Probably not. Oh God, what do I want to do? Okay. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it'll work.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use my. Well, no, that won't work because I have to use my action to dash. I'm just gonna shoot troll up top because I don't think I
Okay.
can do anything else.
All right. Just to drop her again. Got it.
Yeah. Does Wally give me advantage
Yeah.
for sneak attack?
Yeah, he's giving advantage right now.
Okay.
Okay. That would be a hit for 14. That is enough to drop her. And Wally, you see with horror that the wounds are already trying to close back up.
And then I'm gonna move like over here so I can maybe try and get Jenna the next time.
All right. That brings us to Vesh. All right. Vesh is getting very pissed off about being ignored by this opponent. He does not want this to happen. I don't know what is best for Vesh to do right now. Is the intention to flee? Because I don't think Vesh would want to flee. I think you.
I don't think we really are in a position to flee.
Okay.
Unless it's like half the party limping away with the rest dead.
Yeah, like Alvis can't outrun this thing for sure, and Jenna's down, and if Afra tries to pick her up, then
I don't think Vesh will run away, especially if Jenna is now.
although staying, I mean, had Afra bolted last turn, I would say that I would have thrown my my lot in with the gods and just dashed away. But
Yeah.
she stayed in. It's time to rally as a group.
That is the saddest rally I've heard. Okay.
Hey, all it takes is the determination.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are doing great, and I believe in you.
I mean, right. I tried to shut the regeneration down. I tried, guys. I tried. I'll try and take this one out too, but I'm in a position where I'm gonna have disadvantage no matter what. She's fallen down, so she's prone, and I'm engaged. So like, there's nothing I can do to avoid a disadvantage shot.
True. So you're just gonna go for it then?
Well, after Vesh's turn and everything, but I mean, I see no other option for Alvis at this point.
All right. If that is the case, Vesh will definitely move up to. I think he'd move up to here, and he doesn't want Jenna to die. But I don't know if using lay on hands would be better because she might just attack you again. So he will attack. Here we go.
Probably stand over my body.
A 17 is a hit. He will do 8 points of damage, and he will spend a spell slot to do an extra 2d8 points of damage. All right, 19 points of damage. Okay. Yeah. Arabeth is up. I can move as many over your body. You don't move your maze around.
I wasn't moving it. I didn't move it.
Oh. Okay. Really?
I'm literally leaned so far back in my chair.
Okay. Arabeth, you're up, and then Garuda.
So Arabeth is not going to poop.
Mm-hmm.
She's just going to like harry the thing by like squawking around its face and like pecking at its back and stuff.
She's too ladylike to poop on it. I got you. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, she's
Wally's a Chad. He gets it.
Yeah. All right. Next attack against this troll will be at advantage then. I will point out gameplay mechanic wise, this troll is still considered, there. I guess you could have given yourself advantage on that to balance out your disadvantage as well. So
I can use my inspiration for that.
Okay. All right.
I'm going, it's that whole Hail Mary final shot.
Garuda, you're up.
Yeah, advantage. So I'm gonna sharpshooter this troll that took down
Ooh.
Jenna.
Very nice.
Are you fucking me?
All right. So yeah, you blast like a branch, like right off the tree. Just like wood splinters go everywhere.
The dice are.
Sorry guys, I'm trying. That's
Okay.
gonna be my turn. Yeah. I'm gonna fly higher in a tree. Just in case so I can get like quote unquote clear reach, but just to be out of reach of the fucking troll. I'm gonna fly
Gotcha.
higher up.
Okay. I will spend an inspiration as I scream out to the heavens in a rage as I basically try to lob, while I have this other troll trying to pounce me, eat me, and all that other stuff, I try and lob some fire at the downed one.
Okay.
So, one roll, one hope. Yes!
Let's see. Yeah, that is a hit, and her body begins to catch fire very, very quickly.
I'm sorry, Locke, that I wasn't able to do this before she ate you.
No problem.
Do you have a new character planned, or
Yeah,
do you
I'm
just
almost
want?
there.
Okay, I was gonna say you can control Vesh if you want until.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, let me give you control of Vesh. That way, if you kill Vesh, it's not my fault. So.
I won't feel bad. Yeah.
All right. There we go. Vesh, edit. Give control to Lock. Got it. All right. I dig it. Okay. That brings us to, sorry, there was like a weird loading thing that popped up there in my brain as I was trying to keep track of this other thing, because you've been so loud in the swamp, you triggered another encounter. So
what?
All right, as your turn ends, I got to roll more peeps into initiative.
Maybe they're friends. Maybe they're friends.
I needed my Sunday mornings back, guys. So I thought I'd at least send you guys off in an exciting way. So hold on, almost done rolling all of them. All right, cool.
It's a band of happy paladins.
It is a band. It is a band of lizard folk.
They're not necessarily evil. I met a nice one who.
This troll is dead for rills. This troll. All right. This troll is going to keep fighting. She is going to give her full attention to kill this hawk for starters.
Arabeth.
This is a boy. So yeah, he's going to snatch the bird out of the air and eat it. So here you go. Does it hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, very disappointing as it stuffs Arabeth into its mouth and bites down. She just sort of pops into spiritual ectoplasm, and it kind of makes a face like, and then it looks at the other two. It sees Fire Dude is there, so it is going to go ahead and attack you with a claw.
Shield. Oh crap!
So 13. and then it's
I
going
have-
to try and bite you. You have
So,
1 hit point left.
I have 1 hit point left. Yeah, shield saves me.
All right.
That's my last spell slot, though. Oh no, I have my level 2s, but
You can always burn a higher level for shield. I've done it before. It's worth it sometimes. All right, so this lizard folk has appeared on the scene. They seem to be swimming/walking up through this sludge over here in the bottom right-hand side of the map. Afra, they all look pretty tough. They all kind of have sort of a crocodile look and theme to them, and they are joined by 2 crocodiles.
No.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so let's see. Lizard folk, they're going to ignore this difficult terrain because I'm going to treat it as water, and they have a natural swim speed. So it's going to roll on up to here. And as it does, it is going to pull a javelin free from its back. The javelin looks like it is made out of bone of some kind. It takes aim, Afra, at what looks like maybe Vesh, and it gets ready to throw. And hits the troll for 4 points of damage.
Oh, thank God.
All right. That brings us to another lizard folk. Just a sign of the times, but back in my day, we called them lizard men. All right, here we go. This one's up. And same deal. It's going to move up. He's going to grab a javelin and chuck it. And 5 points of damage to the troll. All right. That brings us to attack crocodile. All right. Some call them snows. I don't know what that's about. So let's see. That's 25. We'll break even because they got incorrectly. They have a slow land speed because nobody that works for Wizards of the Coast knows anything about animals, but that's fine. All right. Wally, you're up. I guess he would dash to get the rest of the way. There we go. Wally, you're up.
Wally's gonna kind of like flutter in this thing's face, but it's gonna take. He's gonna take the dodge action.
Oh, okay. Because you see that it likes killing birds. I gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. All right, that brings us to not lock. I'll just remove you from initiative. Afra.
Okay. So do I have these potions that I took from the wizard?
I would
I think
assume
I do.
they neglected to search you guys at the police station or the guard station, I guess.
Okay.
The jail. Yeah.
Then I'm going to, let's see, run. Is it what? It's tab that I press?
Q, right? To drop your waypoints.
Okay. Well, I'm not going into the troll's melee range.
Okay.
And I realize that is like I'm kind of going through the crocodile, and that's one difficult terrain, but I think I get right there with 30.
All right.
Then I am going to use an action to pour one of those potions down Jenna's throat.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Do you know which potion it is?
Nope, they were all unlabeled.
Oh. Okay.
What are we gonna for?
The red one. It's always the red one. It's HP, right?
I mean, I could like make an Arcana check or something to see if I.
That would be your action, though. Do you want to?
Oh yeah, no.
Where did we get the potion from?
The wizard that you
wizard.
killed.
Oh.
All right.
Choose the red one.
Do you? Well, how many potions were there?
3,
There were 3.
Okay.
but we didn't identify them, so there were 3.
All right. So do you want to play the color game then, so you at least have a sense that you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have to dig into my notes. Let me go to murdered man's possessions real quick and see. All right. All right. One of them is in a brown bottle, and it seems to have an almost gaseous liquid inside of it. One of them is in a snail shell bottle, so you can't actually see what color the contents are. That's kind of cool. And one of them is in a glass bottle. It's actually a pretty cool bottle. It's got like a carabiner like attached to it, so you could like hook it to your belt. That's kind of neat. And it seems to contain a milky liquid that is white in color.
Last.
Which one are you gonna do? The
Can I do my free talk action to shout out to Alvis? Which one of these did I
Sure. Alvis, as you're maintaining a magical shield with 1 hit point to stay alive against this troll, there's a bird shitting everywhere and flying in circles and trying to get its attention. Afra leaps over a crocodile, lands next to Jenna, who is at Vesh's feet, and starts shouting out to you descriptions of 3 potions that she has. What is your advice?
Just shove a blasted potion down her throat. I don't know.
Okay, the milky one. Milk
The
is good.
milky one.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
As you unstopper it, and you pour it into her mouth. Yeah, there's many men back in town who would pay a lot of gold to see you pouring this very milky white potion down unconscious Jenna's throat. We'll leave it at that. But as you do, she swallows it because adventurers, they just swallow reflexively. I don't know. It's in the rules.
Then she swallows.
Yeah. Exactly. She kind of lets out like a breath, and the breath is frosty.
Oh.
If you point her to the troll and then Heimlich, she might breathe.
I like your reaction, bro. You're just like, well.
All right. So administering the potion was your action. Anything else?
Okay.
All
I tried, and I'm gonna bonus action dash away.
The crocodile goes to attack you, but this one right here raises a claw and says something in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic? Oh, Vesh does.
Vesh does.
Okay, so Vesh turns to it and nods in thanks, and the crocodile does not attack you.
Bro, that's
Okay.
good.
All right.
Oh no.
Oof. Okay. Let's see. Lizard folk. There we go. This lizard folk approaches you, small human, and it seems a bit cautious as it does. It pulls out a javelin, keeping its eyes on you in case you try to double cross it. It will throw the javelin at the troll. Hitting. Damn.
These guys are doing good.
Competent ass lizard folk for once.
I mean, they are confidently strolling through this area as a war band. Clearly, they know what they're up about.
Right. Well, war is kind of an insightful term, but yeah, you know, they're hunting for sure. There you go. Jesus. Okay. And then another one down here. Same deal. Oh, that one misses. The first one to miss. He's embarrassed. All right. That brings us to other crocodile. Other crocodile is going to move, and then it will dash to get up on the troll. Vesh is up. Vesh says something in Draconic to the lizard folk, and then he would take his turn, right? Vesh? Or substitute Vesh?
Vesh will lay on hands on Jenna.
Oh, okay. How much are you laying on? You can do what? 15, right? 10? What is
10.
the
10.
Okay.
So 5 of the 10.
Okay. Jenna, you are prone but alive with 5 points. And Vesh, you'd probably want to move out of the space to prevent squeezing.
Can I drag Jenna with me?
It would be an action to drag somebody.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna provoke? Okay. Yeah, it will definitely attack. Is handed somebody else's character, immediately starts killing it. Yeah, you take 12 points of damage.
What the heck?
Yeah.
All right.
So as you go to leave, it just lashes out lightning fast and just thoosh, like hits you along the back and slashes across for some damage. All right. Anything else from Vesh?
No, I won't do that again. All right.
All right. Let's see. This one's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
move.
Did you lay on hands me?
Yeah, for 5.
Awesome, thank you.
And then left you there. So, but he did draw out the reaction attack. That's what he did. He drew it out. Man, these lizard folk are good. They must actually practice and stuff. With that, the creature is bloodied. Oh, wait, sorry. Nope, it's not bloodied yet. All right, Garuda, you're up.
Yeah, no, not a majority of my lives may be safe. I'm going to sharpshooter this fucking troll again.
Okay. That yeah, go for it. You're not getting this guy's dodging this time. Chadbird is dodging, but you still can make the attack. So you're gonna do sharpshooter or Reggie?
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Okay. There
Oh.
you go. There you go. All right, let's see. No, we don't need this one anymore because they're actually dead. So let's see. Piercing, maximum damage, and roll 1 more damage die.
So 1 more d8.
You already almost had maximum damage anyways, so it's like 3 more damage than you had before. So it'd be 31 points of damage, and then you get to add 1 more d8.
Does I get max damage too?
That one just gets an extra damage die, but still, you did 32 points of damage, which now it is for sure bloodied. And actually, you shoot it so hard. Give me a d20 roll.
Oh, 2 in a row.
You hit it right in the throat, and you hit with such impact that you severed its head. Yeah, the head falls into backwards along with the arrow and is now over here, and now is its own unique creature.
The dice giveth, and the dice taketh away. Today they have gives me 2 nat 20s, and also 4 nat 1s in a row.
All right, yeah. So its head is back here somewhere.
That was fun.
All right. So it is still alive, but its head has now been separated from its body. That's pretty awesome.
I can live with it.
All right. Alvis, you are up.
Okay,
There are murmurs from the lizard folk as this happens, and they all point up to the tree, and they kind of share very croaking, sort of crocodile-esque sounds, just kind of deep rumbles and stuff as they look up at Garuda. Some of them look at their own javelins, and they look at Garuda, and they look at their own javelins like, like I was happy with my 3 damage. Like, holy shit. Alvis, you're up. Your shield ends as your turn begins.
Does this body that is missing a head, is it still like flapping around?
It is 100% functional, but it will have disadvantage because it is blind.
And it's already used its reaction.
It already used its reaction. Yep.
Oh,
Vesh was noble enough to draw out its reaction for you.
I appreciate that because
Yeah.
I am definitely moving.
Okay. If you want, you can move through this fire and take 2d6 points of damage.
You know, I like fire, not when it's like on me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move I guess here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna blast the body.
All right.
With my firebolt to put that out. And then I'll get to the head after, for sure. I will. But body first. That'd just be a normal.
Okay.
Bugger hell.
Yeah, you take a shot, but you are beat to shit. There are wounds everywhere, and the bite to your neck, you can already tell is probably infected. And just the pain that you were feeling everywhere, your hand is shaky. You blast that firebolt, it just goes way wide of the mark. So all the lizard folk watch as your firebolt goes 240 feet.
Wait, doesn't he have advantage because it's blinded?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, you get to roll again. Oh,
That was credit to Afra.
That's better.
all right. Never mind. Even with your hand shaking in your wounds, you attack and you deal 8 points of damage, preventing any regeneration. All right.
Excellent. That'll be my turn.
That brings up the troll's turn. The troll has no head. It cannot regenerate. It realizes a bit too late that it is hosed. Oh well. The troll is going to. I'm going to just say it's going to blindly attack. It does have its head over here. The head honestly does not have any sort of muscles of its own that could make it roll or anything. As funny as that would be. So it just kind of like snarls and snaps at anything around it, not making any noise because it doesn't have any lungs to pump any sound through its vocal cords or whatever. But it is gross. This head sort of like snapping and biting it at its surroundings. The body is going to randomly lash out. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I get a 6, it's on Jenna. If I get a 5, it's on the bird. Otherwise,
why do I get another pigeon?
What are you talking about? I don't see any pigeons. All right, here we go. Oof. All right. This is with disadvantage though. Disadvantage. Here we go. 13.
Who's this against?
You, Jenna.
Oh, that I have -5 AC. I can shield that. I'll shield it.
Okay. And
oh, I get all 3 attacks?
Well, you only get 3 because it can't bite you from all the way over there. So that is a 12. So you managed to shield both of them.
No, it's a 16. I'm prone. So
oh, I like that honesty. All right. Then a 16 does hit for 9.
But
so
do I cold breath all over it with this potion? Kill it?
If your turn had come up, yeah, you would have had a breath weapon that you could have used.
Yeah.
All right. So you are back out. The creature is still going, but was unable to regenerate. The fire kind of flickers and dies that was burning on its skin, and the regeneration process starts up. So if fire isn't reapplied, it'll regenerate again. This guy reaches down and he grabs his heavy club, and he is just going to smack it. 14 wouldn't hit, but a 15, because you severed its head, is a hit. That drops it. All right. Another one comes up to it. Kind of pushes past its allies. And as an action, it begins harvesting some of the troll's blood.
Okay. I'm okay with
All
this.
right. Crocodile's going to just move over here and ready an action against the troll trying to get back up. All right, Wally, you're up.
Wally's just gonna lie down to Jenna and just kind of poke at her face.
Okay. Let's see. Afra, you're up. Can I use a torch to set it on fire? You can, yeah. It's an action to light a torch, and then you would just sort of drop it on the troll. All right. As you go to drop the torch, the lizard folk kind of like hold up their hands to stop you. Do you do it anyways? They kind of turn their head to you as if they don't understand the words you're saying. But they push their hands out in a stop gesture at your torch. Vesh, you hear them saying, no, we need the blood. Do you translate or?
It looks like she's gonna
Yeah.
swap anyways from their
Oh,
gestures.
okay. So, all right, you want to ready your action? Well, you don't really ready it, but yeah, you have your torch handy just in case. All right. All right, Jenna, saving throw against death. Oof. All right. This one moves towards Jenna. Its mouth wide, its eyes hungry. It sees that she is dying on the ground, and it leans down, its mouth wide.
You should look up, and there'd be a fucking arrow inside his goddamn face.
I'm sure Vesh is making the
All
same
right.
stop motion as they were.
It begins to administer first aid to her and stops the bleeding. She is stabilized.
They got lizard folk. Nice lizard folks. I thought we were under attack.
They're pretty awesome, these ones.
Yeah, I like these guys.
All right, this one comes up and also begins gathering blood from the troll. And same deal. Since everyone is stabilized, we could cut out of combat if you would like. Unless you plan to fight the lizard folk.
I do not.
No. I am gonna burn the heads.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
As long as like none of them are like stop. I'll
I
like.
kind of wanted to keep the head.
Can you give me an extra character sheet, Crash?
Oh yeah.
The head is gonna grow a new troll.
Yeah, I feel like that'll be worth some money.
Yeah, so with the head is still alive and shrieking in pain as they continue to cut it and draw blood from it. They only do this for maybe about like 2 rounds before they motion to Afra that the time has come to use the torch.
I'm gonna check on Locke.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, okay. So I will leave. Now, the interesting thing is, as the body burns, the head very obviously dies, but it doesn't burn as well. It just is sort of there.
Burn it.
I'm gonna pick up the head and throw it in a bag.
Okay.
A separate bag from the nose.
Yeah, you put it in the same one. It eats the gnoll heads.
Yeah, separate bag.
You trying to grow a troll in a bag?
Things. I mean, it could work some money, dude. Honestly, like,
All right.
maybe people could say they got a troll head on their wall, or that they grew a troll from a little sapling or something. I don't fucking know. But if you think it's stupid,
Okay.
tell Gorilla, and he'll be like, "Well, I mean, that's logical." So, and burn it. But
All right. You go to check on Locke, Alvis. You're pretty sure he's dead. You can attempt a medicine check though to confirm.
I mean, I'm not really skilled in that
Okay.
case. He appears dead, so I'm pragmatic. He just posted his possessions in the
Oh wow.
Discord there. So
He is a veteran. He knows.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean goggles. Those goggles look pretty sweet.
wait, where are you
And
posting that?
and it's in the strategy. Yeah, I mean the goggles in his those are things I'd be very interested in.
Okay.
And rest of it I think I generally have also.
Goggles of night.
Yeah. Dark vision for those of us who don't have it. Although I just see their goggles, but you know, I'm assuming as a wizard I have a general idea of what common
I
magic
mean,
items are.
it's a common magical item. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take the goggles in his money pouch.
All right.
Oh, that's our money pouch, dude.
So, the lizard folk. This one in particular stands up from stabilizing Jenna, and I will just mark him with this little yellow dot so that you know that he is the leader. And he speaks with Vesh in Draconic with his regional dialect, I guess. And Vesh from a totally different region. Anybody that's been to South Carolina in the United States knows that dialects and regional accents can make communication very difficult. Sorry, South Carolina, but it's true. So yeah, like they begin having a conversation, and it motions to the trolls, and it's motioning to all of you guys. These two move up to Garuda, and they begin reaching out towards your bow and arrows. They are very curious about them, and they're very curious about you.
Well, hello.
Not gonna lie, this one very hungrily is looking down at Jenna, and this one move over, and they really want to start chopping up this turtle. Alvis, they kind of speak to you in Draconic, which is just like in this case a series of like hisses and croaks and growls. And they motion down at the body of Locke.
Yeah, because I don't speak Draconic, and it just, you know, there's a giant crocodile right there all of a sudden, and this other one, and it just sounds like a menacing language. After I, you know, collected the goggles and the belt pouch, I'm just gonna stand up with like my hands up as if like, you know, I mean no harm or anything, and I'm just gonna stand back and let them do whatever the heck they're gonna do to the body. I have 1 hit point. I'm in no position to, and I don't understand what they're saying. So
yeah, all right. So they begin dressing the meat of Locke.
sorry, Locke.
Meanwhile, does anybody Vesh would be, I think, pretty upset about that,
Yeah,
right?
if I saw
Yeah.
it, I'll be pissed
So
off
he would shout at them in Draconic, and this one right here would look a little confused and then make like a face of like, oh, and he would tell them to stop, and like they hold up like one of Locke's arms, like, and are just like, huh? And they have like this heated argument in another language. Anybody that grew up with like a multilingual family or a multilingual family friend, you go over to their house and everybody's like speaking English and everything's cool, and then an argument starts and they switch to like native tongue, and you're just sort of like sitting there like, okay. That's kind of what's happening here. Like, it is a heated argument about what is going on over there.
Sounds like Actually, sounds like a Polish or Russian household.
Yeah, they are yelling at each other, and Vesh keeps pointing down at Locke, and the other one kind of clutches Locke's arm to its chest, like, you can't have this kind of thing. Meanwhile, the crocodile is just like chewing on Locke's leg, and then Vesh kind of kicks the crocodile in the head, and it kind of like hisses at him and spits out the foot. This one has kind of run over and is trying to calm everyone down. The other two look away from Garuda and watch the spectacle. So that's happening. And this one is just sort of lazily kind of goes over and is kind of scenting the air around Afra, this big crocodile. It seems interested and seems to be sizing her up probably for consumption, if I'm being honest. So a lot's going on here. Oh, nice. So she extends in like the devil horns, like her thumb and pinky, and she kind of looks at it in the face, and it looks at her, and she reaches forward and scritches its nose, and the creature kind of like closes its mouth and allows the scritching to commence. I'm good to see these great dice rolls coming out now that the battle's over. All right. Yeah. The lizard folk.
Is Jenna still down?
Jenna is down and unconscious. Yeah. So would Vesh pop her up?
Yeah, Vesh would pop her up with 2 HP using 2 points. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You awaken, and there is a fatty burning fire next to you, and there's also a lizard folk who is standing over you. He's looking down at you hungrily. And seeing that you are awake, he looks to Vesh and says, you are a spirit speaker. I mean, just bust out your British accent and do this thing, man. Substitute player.
Hey, mate.
Oof.
Want some fingers and mash? Want some fingers and mash? You can have some fingers and mash, but you can't eat that turtle over there.
I'm so sorry. Like all of the UK and Ireland. We're very sorry. Okay. So Ireland, because he lives there, I guess. Oh, personal data being shared on the internet. So yeah, the creature looks down at her, looks over at the allies, and it says to Vesh, we are hunting. Troll is important for our shaman and princess.
Hey, mate, you can have the trolls, but the turtle, he's ours.
No, we have given the head to Thunderbird. He who shoots like thunder and lightning. He is a great warrior, the greatest among your kind.
I am the greatest.
Thunderbird.
No, I'm sorry, but you must face the very real facts. You are terrible. He is great. It is no insult, merely the truth, Scaled One. We wish no ill towards you and yours. You are from the town of Peoples, yes?
I passed through there, mate.
It hurts so bad. So they pull the body of Locke away from the fire. This one keeps the arm. That's the compromise. And he's gonna walk over and say, what do they call you, Scaled One?
Meshkadel.
Ah, that is a good name.
What do they call you, bloke?
They call me Thick Throat. With 2 C's.
Anyways, that is not important. My name is a passing thing. You have done well in this hunt, and this is neutral territory, so we will not kill you for trespassing, though you should be more careful in the future. Not all tribes are as honorable as ours. We
I
work
don't think you
hard.
can kill us. Vesh would interrupt, and I know he would.
Okay.
You cannot kill us. He would be like very aggressive.
If believing that brings you joy, I will not rob that joy from you.
Oh, thank God.
I like this
And then
lizard
Ve-
man. I don't understand the thing they're saying, but
We
I like
live-
this guy.
We live in a world of reality, and therefore I am comfortable with the truth of the situation. Now, we must return to our tribe with our bounty. Thank you for your assistance. I apologize for trying to eat your turtle. It is just the smell is quite good. I am not sure if this is a spiritual reason, but if you require some sort of payment, I will make trade for the turtle. It would be a splendid feast for the princess.
I
Vash.
don't know if Vesh would do that or not.
I would go,
I don't know if
Vash.
Vesh would. I don't know if Vesh wouldn't do that.
Ask them if they
No.
know what a gnolls are. The gnolls
This one
bandit
runs
camp.
up and it says,
I have a question. If you are doing trade, I would like the Thunderbird's bow. What would he ask for it? I have many, many valuables to trade.
Garunda. This one right here. He wants your bow. He wants to trade for it. Do you want to trade?
He just wants my. He just wants my bow.
Yeah, he wants your bow. They said he'll trade for it. Want me
The
to see what he's
bow,
got?
the bow must be quite powerful. There is no way that a tiny bird could shoot like that without a magic weapon.
What does he have to trade?
I have many trinkets and valuables.
and he reaches into his bag,
Yeah.
and he shows you that he has a metal chisel. And he has a tiny glass animal. It seems to be some sort of worm with like a worm with a WURM, so like a draconic kind of serpentine worm that has many legs. Seems to be made out of green and blue glass. He has a folded up paper hat. Let's see. He has a silvered dagger. Looks like elven make. And he has a small clay square. And he shows you each of them with a lot of solemnity. And he pulls each one out of his bag and presents it like a little kid showing off his holographic Pokemon cards.
Rude.
I can tell you whether one of these would be worth it. And Jenna's gonna cast detect magic using a spell slot.
Using a spell slot. Okay. Let's see. The chisel is magical. The enchantment on it seems to be transmutative, and a bit of abjuration as well.
Okay.
So Garuda.
And is
can
that
you
the
go
only one
without that bow?
Yeah, of all the items, that is the only one that is magical.
Take the chisel, Garuda.
Can I pick up the chisel, the dagger, and the little glass thing?
Hold on.
I'll trade these to you.
No, hold on.
What?
Let me negotiate with them to see if they can guide us to the Gnoll hideout. At least one of them.
That too.
With the trade.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a really bright idea, Vesh. I couldn't believe you managed to muster it. Please do that.
Okay, let me turn on some swampy music here because we're getting close to sunset in the swamp.
If try and trade the chisel, trade the bow for the chisel and maybe that dagger.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Jenna.
so yeah,
I'm glad
this
to see you're
bow
not
is
dead.
very powerful, mate, and you can shoot all the blokes you want with it. But I think it's worth that chisel and that silver dagger. And then if you can show us, or someone can show us where the gnoll hideout's at, he said he'll do it.
Okay.
Want a persuasion check?
For sure.
Also check. Afra said something to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Vesh as well.
I will say to Vesh, he's gone. It's okay. I think Locke would be glad to reward those who saved us. Oh man. Afra, can you do a persuasion check? Or deception? I think it would kind of fall. It's on the line. It's on the. Wow, Vesh, that's a 26 persuasion. You feel like you would throw in the body? Yajask,
Yeah.
which is this guy's name, Yajask. Yajask says,
It is not my place to promise assistance.
"What is Locke's ghost? What is this shit?"
It rolled his sheet as me. That's all.
Oh, so what are you
That's
lying about?
Well, no, nothing. I was just.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You better
So
lie about
Yajask
something.
says,
That's a nat 20. You better lie about
Yeah.
anything at this point.
so Yajask says,
It is not my place to offer such services to you, but I will part with this worthless dagger and also this strange metal dagger. I think they're both daggers. I will trade them for the Stormkeeper, the Thunderbird's bow.
Best translate. Okay, deal.
Sounds good.
Thick Throat says,
I do not mean to press, but my hunger is deep, and I know the smile it will bring to the princess would be worth any price. If you require a guide, we'll provide one in exchange for that turtle over there.
Some fine turtle meat. Perhaps see if he has anything else. Oh,
Do you have a few quid also?
Your people like shiny things, is that not right? I have
Yeah.
I believe they're called gemstones that I keep for such an occasion.
Throw in those gemstones as well.
These come from the sweetmeats of the sea.
and he shows you some pearls.
That sounds fair, but I must pray over Locke before he goes. Before we move on.
What is this? May we watch?
I didn't even know Vesh was really. I thought he didn't have a deity.
Yeah, I think he hates the gods. He gets his paladin powers from like his obdurate nature kind of deal. Like he's one of those paladins of a force, or unless you're bullshitting them.
Listen up, mate. Sorry, but for the greater good. See ya.
Wow. All right. Eventually the trolls burn away to sort of a sludge. The head remains, so make sure you add troll head to your inventory, Garuda.
I definitely will. I will be selling that as soon as I get back.
So yeah, the dude bro here, Thick Throat, says,
yes, so we will take you to where these gnolls lair. There are not many of them, but there are some. There are soft skins who are not furred that work with them.
After I'm hoping it's worth something. Even my guess. You'll learn, Elvis. You'll learn.
Yeah. We call them the Black Stars. We do our best to avoid them, though they have sent people to speak with the princess before.
Well, we'll take your.
It is best that we are not seen taking you there, so we will guide you and then leave. We do not wish to muddy the waters of diplomacy with the Black Stars.
Do you think we could all rest here together
Whoa.
before you take us?
He kind of cocks his head and he says,
Ah, I see. You would like to take, what shall we say, a short rest before continuing?
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Wouldn't be
Ah.
opposed.
Let us take exactly 60 minutes of time for this short rest. It seems like the optimal amount of time for one to recover wounds.
apparently people were ready for that because the dice are just pouring out all over the table. Okay. Yeah, so you guys settle in. The stink of burning troll fat lingers in the air. But with so many seasoned outlander background lizard folk and giant crocodiles, you are able to take an hour's rest without any problem. The sun is now getting ready to dip into the sea. Sunset has come.
Guys, I can't quite see in the dark. We'll be a sore thumb if we have lights. Yes, but if there's
Oh, the lizard folk can't see in the dark either, so they're gonna bust out fucking torches and everything. So yeah, you won't be the only light in the darkness.
yes,
If
but
that's
if we approach this encampment, then they may notice us approach.
Yeah, the lizard folk are the kind of creatures / society that they sleep twice a day. I forget what the term is for it, but they're like active and asleep for the same amount of time, like in the day and the night, which is kind of weird. Yeah, that sounds like a very official word. Appearing or active in twilight. This is distinct from diurnal and nocturnal behavior. Is okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So they basically keep two different sets of time during the day. All right. Thank you for that science, Afra. All right. So, yeah, you guys rest during that time. Do you have anything that you'd like to say? This one that made the trade with you, Yajask, he asks you to give him some pointers with the bow, and he basically asks Vesh to relay that to you.
So I have another bow, but it was broken. Can I fix it with the short rest?
Yeah, you can use the short rest to do it. You have the tools and stuff for that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
fingers, covers, tools, and shit like that. So
Okay. Yeah, so you repair the extra bow that you had.
and I like show
If
him
there's
how I
anything
shoot
else,
the
bro.
bow.
Oh, nice.
I just show him. You do this, and
Okay.
I don't use my like sharpshooter. I don't like try too hard. I gotta make it seem like this bow is a normal bow. Just I miss a few times maybe.
Oh, very smooth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sort of chuckles when it sees you failing with your bow, and then it's gonna try and use your obviously magical bow
Obviously.
to shoot at the same target. Are you are you going to essentially be using the assist action here so that the creature
Oh, for
is
sure.
convinced that okay. So it will roll with advantage because of your tutelage. Let me see. Let me add a longbow to its character sheet. Can you add to monsters? No, I have to. Lame. Okay. I wish you could drag like
Tell him that
weapons
he'll have to
onto
every day
monsters. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah. All right. Yeah, he's not, or she is not very dexterous, so this isn't going to be the greatest attack roll of all time. They may have purchased something that they're going to regret, but here we go. With advantage though, a 15. Yeah, so a clean shot. Yeah, Yajask is very pleased and kind of chuckles again, and says a bunch of stuff to you in Draconic.
Yes, and you only get better with it over time. And I pat him on the shoulder and I walk away.
Oh wow! All right, yeah, it pats you back much more fiercely.
That lizard folk is gonna train every day, and he's gonna take the sharpshooter feat.
All right. Anyone else have any interactions they want with the lizard folk? Otherwise, they will after an hour they will lead you to the place.
Jenna will go to the one that resuscitated her, and she'll kind of like give him a little kiss on the cheek, and just like say thank you.
Okay. As you go to bite him, he gets very nervous and tries to pull back from your fangs as you go to bite him. Do you pursue or do you?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
All right. It closes its eyes and waits to see what happens. And when you do that, it sort of just cocks its head in a curious fashion. And it looks at you and it opens its mouth wide. It could fit your entire head in its mouth. It leans forward to reciprocate.
I mean, I'm not trying to make out with him. I'm just giving a little kiss on the cheek for
Okay.
saving my life.
It starts closing its jaws around your head very slowly.
This is awkward.
All right. There's a lot of drool and like tongue, and then it opens its mouth and backs away.
You just taught a lizard man how to kiss, and you totally taught him like how 10-year-olds think they're supposed to kiss because of you.
Yep, and now he's gonna have a baby. So, because that's how you get pregnant.
That's how you get pregnant.
Jenna's just like, this was not what I was looking for, and just kept saying thank you. Everyone ready to go?
Yeah. All right. If everyone has gotten their temp HP for Afra's quiet yet inspiring words, you go ahead and you pack it up and you get ready to head out. The journey is another 2 hours or so from your current location, possibly more because of the lizard folks' different way of experiencing time. With such a large band and trained hunters, I will roll for rando encounters, and you can certainly give me a survival check with advantage. You can even throw a +10 bonus on there for having such skilled guides with you. Oh my god. Yeah. Not only do you start heading back towards the lair, but you do catch the trail that you were following earlier, which reassures you that you are in fact headed in the right direction. Okay. They stop, and Thick Throat turns to Vesh and says,
There, up ahead, there are ruins sunken into the swamp. They use that as their lair. That is where the Black Stars are as well.
Yeah, about that. What's a Black Star?
The creature kind of just turns to you and is like,
That is what their symbol looks like. So that is what we have called them.
Do I recall seeing a black star in the House of Horrors?
yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Just flat intelligence.
Yes.
Neat.
Yeah, I mean, Black Star definitely seems familiar. It seems like the DM would have thrown it up with like blue font, like all capital letters, blue font sort of thing. But yeah, you're not bringing to mind through the stress of the day. You don't have keen mind, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah, you're not bringing to mind exactly what this could be referring to. I mean, as players, if you can if you're making an inference there, and you don't have to dance around it. You can be like, "Do I think it might be this?" And that's totally okay. If you just want to straight up ask, you don't have to be super coy about it.
I have no idea what the
Hey,
fucking
what's a black
is.
star?
I was legit asking what the fucking black star is.
Okay, are you asking Jenna that, or are you asking the lizard folk?
I was asking
'Cause they
you,
just-
Crash.
Oh, what's a black star?
Yeah.
I'm assuming if it's a symbol that they have, they would be referring to a shape, a star shape, that is black in color. I mean, does that sound about right?
I think, yeah, I fucking know.
I think Afra's right.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who it is too.
Oh.
That's what I was looking for in my intelligence check.
Oh. Oh. This is not good.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Seems
All
we
right.
found another hideout.
Okay, so let me add a moon to this map to kind of light it up a little bit. And they say,
Just keep heading that way, and you will see. You will see their ruins that they layer in. There are many of them. I just provide that as a bit of warning. We will now take this home to the feast. Perhaps, if our twin deities see fit, we will see you again. If you are ever in the settlement of Suriel, then please, what is the saying? Look me up.
What is your name?
I am known as Thick Throat.
Thick Throat. Got it.
Two C's. Two C's.
Oh god. As they carry Locke's body away, Jenna's gonna be like, "Goodbye, Locke. I'll never forget the time you fake murder raped me."
It's funny I was thinking that exact same thing.
wow. All right. So you guys, I'm assuming, send your birdos in for
Yeah.
reconnaissance. Okay.
My Birdo's dead.
Aw. You didn't spend 10 gold worth of incense to bring him back or bring her back?
I didn't have that until I looted Locke's body, so I don't have the incense. And
Okay.
also, I don't have the time. I only have the spell as a ritual.
Oh, and when you cast this ritual, is what, an hour instead of 10 minutes, right?
An hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's an hour and 10 minutes, and I took the rest to get the HPs
Oh,
back.
yeah, for sure.
So Erebeth will come back to me when probably when we're back in town, and I can trade some resources for some stuff.
Okay.
You do have a fellow wizard in the party. I'm just saying. I got Vincent to ask me for it.
Yeah, you guys should probably get with the town wizard and so that you can start buying supplies on the cheap and without getting killed by his agents because he doesn't like rival wizards in the town. So
Yeah. Too bad we lost one of our big connections to the Santarum and sent him away to go get eaten by lizard folk princesses.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I think I have this. Hold on. I'm getting some secret messages. All right. Yeah, part of the fun of sandbox game is when they go way further ahead in the adventure, out of order. That's one of the fun parts. So let me get that real quick. Just trying to get this map fully functional for you. Some of you have played with me for a long time. There's only so many great maps in the world. So when you have a great ruin in a swamp, you generally, there's no reason to have another great ruin in a swamp. So Skills of War guys, you have seen this map before. Full disclosure. All right. Let's see. Sorry, somebody sent me something and I'm looking it up. Where is it? Okay. Man, this is killing me. All right. I can't find the art for this character. It's driving me crazy.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, maybe I didn't import it yet. That's probably what happened because you didn't need it yet. Okay, that makes sense. Let me scroll up. Derp.
I fear those travelers are gonna go to that house expecting it to be cleared out.
Yeah, you did get a little off track. That's one of the things that video games spoils you on is you're like doing a quest and you're like, oh, I should do this quest, but then you get like 2 more quests and you're like, this sounds way cooler, and you're like, 6 months later you go back and you finish the quest and the farmer shows up and is like, thanks for saving our farm. Yeah.
Well,
We've just been waiting here this whole time.
D&D, they just go and get murdered.
we call that Skyrim syndrome, right? Like,
right.
has anyone ever I don't think I ever, mind you, I didn't complete the game, but I don't think I did the next story quest after you gain actual control of your character. I was like, main quest. What's this, Chuck?
I beat the whole thing.
Yeah, I beat every single quest in that game.
Every single quest? Oh my gosh.
Before, not the DLC ones after they came out, but I put in at least like over 100 hours.
All right, so Jenna, I'm going to send you privately, because you know how this works. I'm going to send you privately the picture, and then you need to figure out the best way to describe it to everybody else. And while you are...
I got a great way to describe it. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and show them all what it looks like.
All right. So there's your bird's eye view of the ruins.
I count 9 out in the open. I see a cage.
I think I missed something like thematically. We were looking for the gnolls hideout and we're at some like Black Star camp.
So essentially what we found out was the gnomes, the gnolls were they were working with these people. That's what we found out from the lizard folk. Like this human encampment is the same as the gnoll encampment.
I took the wrong time to go pee. Okay, cool. That's why we're here.
Yeah, Crash, since I minor illusion it, is that enough to give the
yeah. I use minor illusion every Tuesday, so totally.
Okay, I'll post it in strategy.
It is a very smart use of the spell.
So it's in the strategy channel, guys. But yeah, and Jenna's like describing what Wally sees, like pointing at the cage and.
Alvis votes that we come back in the morning to deal with this.
Yes. Perhaps this is something we should do at full strength. My arcane magic is limited.
Now you guys are like, what do we say? 2 or more hours. So you guys are 4 hours away from the road at night in the swamps, and the lizard folk are leaving because they did not get close. They did not want to be seen by the Black Stars, so they pointed you in the direction and just sort of faded back into the swamp.
And then Wally scouted.
Right. Mm.
Is it like very moonlit?
Yes. Let me check your calendar real quick, actually, and then I will know 100% what you're dealing with. Let's see. And remember, tomorrow is supposed to be extremely like foggy and misty because you're going to be getting some weather, like extremely humid weather coming in on like the cold and the hot mixing, and it's just going to be like a real heavy sort of fog almost is going to be settling in along the coastline.
Yes. That one traveler did mention the weather. As far as I see it, guys, we've got two options. We storm this abandoned ruins and take it over and hole up there for until the storm passes or whatever, or we make our way back to the road now and try to make it to that house. Do you guys know how if we could do that in a reasonable time and maybe hole up there for the night after we clear out those bugs?
Is it a clear night, Crash?
Yeah, weather-wise, the clouds are definitely settling in for the cloudy, foggy nastiness that's going to be tomorrow. So they are already sort of settling in. And the temperature is dropping a bit. So you're down in like the like the low 60s here. Again, with wet boots and wet pants and everything else from like the fighting.
Um, Crash, do I know if we could make it? Like how long it would take us to get to the house that was described by the traveler?
Oof. Well, it'd be 4 hours back to the road. And then from the road, I believe the guy said they were about 3 hours out from the town, and you guys were 3 hours out when you entered the woods. So, Jesus, you're probably looking at 8 hours of travel to get to the farm that they described.
I don't know. What do you guys think is best? Seems we kind of wandered ourselves into a pickle.
That is true.
If anything, I think it's awesome because I'm running this game for two different groups. You guys are in a completely different like path than the other group. It is wild, like the difference between what you guys are doing and what the other group is doing.
I'm thinking maybe we a safe-ish campsite.
I fear camping here would be dangerous. Um, who knows what this swamp harbors?
Yeah, now I will say that the ruins are lit. Like they do have torches and stuff like that because they have people on the payroll that can't see at night. So there are light sources there. So that would be a logical step that if they were sending out patrols, they would either send out their members who have dark vision, or they would have torches, which, something to keep in mind.
I mean, we can camp like out of sight of far enough that we theoretically, if we have, actually should be. So,
All right.
I'm just
I
saying.
mean, we could do a assault under cover of night, but we are down a person.
Um, it's up to you guys. I'm down. I'm not the one who's hurting or anything. I got all my grip points back, action surge back, and I got all my stuff back. I'm full health right now.
Feeling
So it's
great.
up
Got a
to you
little
guys
spider.
what you want to
Uh,
do. I don't give a fuck either way. I'm not worried about myself right now.
I could maybe cast 2 spells of the lowest level.
Well, if we're good
I
to
don't have any.
go, I mean, yeah,
How do you stand, Elvis?
I still got after the arcane recovery, I've got 2 level 1s and 2 level 2s. So spell wise, I'm good. I don't have my portents anymore, and those I like those for saving my life, but all in all, I mean, I've got some firepower behind me.
Portent?
So that's the divination ability where I have dice rolls that I can replace.
I mean, I know what it does. I was more
She's role playing with you.
Oh yeah, no. I can no longer see how this day unfolds. So if we go in, we go in blind. Fate will have will unfold as it sees fit.
Now's the
Chris, so
now's not
looking
the
at
time
this,
to now's not the time to dilly dally mates.
I just can't remove the palm from my face.
You were doing great, former Locke. You were doing fantastic.
I'm loving this.
This you're leaving me hanging.
Oh, did I break out?
Yeah, your mic pickup seems to be dropping you quite a bit.
Oh, I was saying I'm enjoying this whole thing where the Lizardman players are gone, and so you got somebody else subbing in their voices.
Mm.
It's been a theme this week, and a hilarious one at that.
Yeah.
He's a dragon folk. You racist.
It's a little racist. It's okay.
Another thing is I didn't quite expect siege, performing a siege today, so I didn't prepare the appropriate spells. The most I could do is maybe launch a couple magic missiles or put some of them to sleep.
There's 5 of us, 9 of them, but we tank surprise them. So I don't know. I'll go with what the group goes. Consider my vote neutral.
I don't know if maybe we could climb up the wall. I'm not quite strong though, but we could try a flank. Try to flank the castle, or keep.
Hey, real quick, Chris, I want to make sure I'm like.
The more I feel like, we should probably long rest first.
Okay. What was that, Garuda?
I want to check our surroundings and make sure fucking people aren't coming up on our sides and shit, and just do a quick sweep around us. And
Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea. Okay, so you do that. Go ahead and give me an active perception check with advantage because your allies are trying to, or I would assume you would at least tag one of your allies to assist with this.
Yep, I would have. And I did not do well.
Okay. So what is your passive perception?
15.
15. Okay. So yeah, you're just kind of like looking around and you know that you're like overthinking it and overdoing it. So you just kind of take a deep breath and you just are looking around and making sure that there's no issues.
I like that.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I think what we should do is we should hold up for a long rest. If a patrol comes out, whoever stands watch wakes everyone quickly, and we just dispose of them without letting any retreat. But I feel like that's the best move. I'm not quite ready to perform a siege.
All right. Yeah, Jenna, you think back to the siege in the sea caves, I think, and that maybe kind of makes your decision a little bit more firm.
I could have spells prepared that would much better in assault. I'm not quite ready for it. If we go in, I fear for our success.
Okay. Everybody okay with that? Or
Oh, I'm okay.
okay.
Let's just do our best to hide up for the night.
Afra, you had an amazing survival check. I'm gonna just have it roll into a find a place to sleep check. So you do find suitable places to a suitable place to kind of bed down. It is not ideal by any means. So there are going to be bugs. There are going to be the other things that you have to deal with in the swamp. Things that slither, things that crawl, all of that noise. So definitely not ideal situation, but ultimately not the end of the world. And you hope that with a good set of watch, anything that tries to get up on you tonight will not be an issue. But essentially, you find like a tree fall. You make sure that it's not being used by anything. You check for signs of animals or beasts that might be using it. It seems okay, and that you kind of usher everybody into this tree fall, and then what is the watch going to be?
I could take first watch.
Should we do 2 at a time or 1?
Wally can stay up and assist.
Vesh should take second shift.
Okay.
I would
Alvin.
prefer not to take a shift. I just am just so caught up in my head. I just can't quite see things like you guys.
Okay.
Alvis will take a first shift.
So me
All
and
right.
Alice on first shift then.
Yeah. And he'll throw on those goggles at night.
If Jenna has to take a watch, like
So
mathematically, she must.
Alvis, can you join me in private chat real quick?
I was
I
gonna.
can.
I was gonna say real quick. What's your perception, dude? Because it might be better to
All
let
right.
me use them than
Alvis,
you.
need you to head over to secret meeting, please.
Yep.
Yikes.
You guys are in trouble.
I was about to tell her like, wait, if he has the goggles, let's. My perception is kind of higher than yours.
Sorry,
but-
We're
Garuda.
locked.
I thought you had them, but yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna fucking.
the goggles are special.
Yeah, I figured. Did you just want Locke to die? Like, why did you use your
No,
inspiration?
I didn't have inspiration.
Oh, Crash said you did.
No, he asked me if I did. I didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fucking bad luck, I guess. You're the only person with 2 characters dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, homie. I didn't know the fire thingy. If I would have known fire would kill them, I would have definitely flew over a torch, I guess. I didn't know how fire to kill a troll
Right,
thing.
trolls are great for the, like the first time you fight them in D&D, they always kind of lay havoc. The
Yeah.
first troll I ever fought actually killed my character. It was just a crazy fight. I don't know if you remember it, but it was just absolutely insane.
I fought a T-Rex last night, Zach. That was looking pretty dope.
Dope.
Yeah. Jured with the power turned into a T-Rex and then her pet T-Rex.
Oh,
So
are you guys playing on Saturdays?
yeah, we started to back up the IRL session, so it's pretty fun. We get drunk, play D&D, and it's all just a good time.
It's cool.
Yeah. There was a Jured, she had a pet T-Rex, and she turned into a T-Rex. So
And I thought Jenna was gonna die.
oh,
I thought he was gonna just coup de grace her.
you have mage armor on, or you did?
Yeah, I
And
got mage armor on, and it seems like I really need to get Alvis that spell because he's still rocking that 12 AC, 10 plus dex. Dude, I actually wonder if we have enough XP to level up. We need to ask him that because we fought a gnoll band and 2 trolls, and honestly, you're not supposed to fight trolls until you're like level 5.
If that first one didn't come back up, we would have been fine.
Yeah, we would have been completely
Didn't
fucking
float,
okay.
so dude, like we could have been TPK'd there.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I think so, yeah.
if especially if the lizard folk didn't show up.
Oh yeah. Well, honestly, I don't think the lizard folk, if they would have attacked us, it would have been fucking TBK.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, if they would have attacked us, it would have fucking TBK.
Dude, I just can't believe that like I had 19 health. I was like, look, I'm gonna take this attack of opportunity. I'm not gonna go down. And then I just get crit. Like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, I should be alright. Not worry about it. That was pretty smart. You getting up there pulling me back. I didn't even know you could do that. So, it's like,
yeah, I did it so, cause like otherwise you would have either had to use your action to disengage
yeah.
or shoot with disadvantage. And I was like, you could do a lot more damage than me. It's way better to just pull you back to help you out.
Oh yeah, dude. That was my first time actually using a gunslinger ability too. Fucking, oof.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. You rolled really high on it. It's
Yeah.
kinda scary, though.
Imagine if like, I would have sharpshooter that on top of it. It would have been.
So briefly, guys, when Alvis, gets ready to start doing his watch, he suddenly changes his mind and says, "Actually, I'm gonna need someone else to take the first watch."
Okay.
Okay.
Garuda
And
can do it. Can I see that chisel?
Oh, yeah,
I'll try and figure out what it does throughout the night.
I give Jeremy the
Okay.
chisel. No. Hey, Albert, them goggles, are they, special, type of, goggles?
they seem to confer the ability for me to see a bit better in the dark than I otherwise would have.
Do you want to share them? Because it is kind of dark, and definitely be a lot better if we can see in the dark. You have an item that you won't be using while you sleep.
Very communist, very communist ideals here, eh?
Well, welcome to a D&D adventuring party that works together. I know they're really hard to find. But you found one, brother. Like,
You know what? Yeah. So who's asking that? Is that Garuda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Yeah.
That's not some awkward pausing or anything. That's good.
You know what's funny though? Gorilla doesn't even understand it. He's just still looking at you, like waiting. Doesn't even care.
I'll hand him the goggles.
Why, thank you, good sir. And then I'll promptly put them on.
Okay.
Elvis, do you have access to the identify spell?
I do, but we'll need
I have a bow.
Garuda, can you come over to secret meeting with me?
Oh, fuck me.
You mind if I listen in?
Garuda's already left.
God damn.
Yeah.
You better go, Garuda.
Yeah. Alright, what's up?
Yeah, I do mind if you listen in.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so as you put them on, you have very good perception, and you do notice that there is like a weird like distortion in the top left of your vision while you're wearing it. But for all other intents and purposes, it gives you dark vision.
Okay.
But it's the equivalent of like you're using some, you got a smudge on your sunglasses kind of thing.
Okay.
Yep, that's all. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
All right.
So, is it
Alrighty.
okay if I say that out loud?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, it's
I'm
your
like,
life.
Well, these goggles seem to have a little breakage in the top left corner. I don't think it would cause any issues. I might even be able to fix it when we get back into town. You hear Alvis?
I'm pretty sure that I could. Yeah, given some time, I could probably fix that.
Well, yep.
Crash, we're gonna cast Identify on the chisel.
Okay. So the chisel, its spectacular ability is that it never dulls.
Oof.
I mean,
The chisel will never dull.
that is useful.
You might be able to save it to the one lady back in town.
Yeah, I'm sure someone would actually be quite excited to get their hands on that. It actually may be of some value. Also, Crash, in this long rest, I know we just hit level 3, but we did just kill 2 trolls and 3 gnolls and like 80,000 hyenas. Are we maybe level 4?
Oh, definitely not. But according to Kobold Fight Club, that was an easy battle.
Wait, the trolls?
Yeah.
Sure.
What's Kobold Fight Club? What is this website?
All right, you guys are currently at. I gave you the XP for the gnolls, which was 353 experience points. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So that was the experience points for the gnolls and the other stuff that you did.
Right.
So let's see. If we add in all those guys and do this thing. So wow. What's your current XP that you think that the trolls would have given you enough XP off of that?
Yeah, we're barely halfway to.
Maybe. All right. Listen, you miss every shot you don't take.
That's a very interesting way of putting it. All right. Yeah, for the trolls, because I think we are at time, so you'll have all week to figure out what you want to do next. The trolls were a tough fight. So in the end, though, it did only come in at 400 XP.
Per person, right? Yeah.
Yeah, per person.
So we're
all right.
1783.
But you have reason to believe that the gnolls that you were hunting do in fact work with and for or the Black Stars, who you're pretty sure might be the Scarlet Brotherhood. You have a lot of money worth of heads in your possession, and you have also befriended ? Some of the local lizard folk, which may or may not be beneficial.
How many pearls did we get from
oh yeah, and they gave you 50 gold worth of pearls. Assume that it was 10 pearls worth about 5 gold each.
Okay.
All right. Oh man. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Jenna mathed it out. If you guys were to leave here and either head back to town or head back to the farm, it'd be about an 8-hour trip through the swamp and then along the road. The town would only come in at about like 7 hours or so. If you went to the farm, it would be more like 8 hours because of how like you would cut across to get there, that kind of thing. But then, would you ever come back here? Who knows? It's a sandbox game though, so you guys do you do what you want to do. If you let me know ahead of time, that would help me immensely, because that's one of the things about sandbox games. But yeah, you have a week to plan.
I think we're gonna long rest and then assault the fortress.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
think
the
so.
current plan.
All right, with the good survival check that you got, I think that making it through the night will not be a problem. You do have a pretty good thing as long as you're not lighting any light sources and things like that. It should be okay. All right, I'll move you back to the thing, and yeah. Oh, Afra, I see that you took the goggles also. Is everybody taking turns with the goggles when they're on watch, basically?
Yeah, so I
Sounds
was
like that's
we're
what's
gonna
going on.
we're gonna keep going as we
Okay,
all watch people meet.
interesting. All right. Ooh, okay. Then I will send Afra some information about that, I guess, when her turn comes up. Okay. Enjoy the day. Good job. I guess not all dying because trolls are no joke. Random encounters are awful.
Yeah, that was a weird random
And
encounter. Like a troll, I was not two of them. I was expecting that one.
this area has a lot of dangerous stuff. There's a reason. There's one of the reasons why people have not bothered going to look for these gnolls. Is they're like, I don't really want to go off the road into the swamplands, kind of deal. So it's dangerous. There is literally a forest south of you called Trollbark Forest. That's just full of trolls. I mean, there's a lot of trolls in the area. So just gonna keep that in mind.
I get my hands on a fire spell then.
Yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy the day. If you have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, we'll catch up with you next week.
See you
All right.
later.
Night.
Cheers, guys.
Or morning, whatever.